Hey, welcome back to the I Test Sports Podcast with Delton. Slacking out on tonight. Hopefully, maybe he'll get on. He have these late night games kind of be an issue with him and his work schedule. But hopefully, maybe he'll wake up or he'll see that I'm on and he'll come on. But I had to go ahead and do the show. I had some guests that was coming on. So I had to go ahead and do the show. So hopefully again Slack come on, and hopefully he don't cuss me out too much if he don't get on. But we had the show had to happen because I didn't want to keep my guests waiting too long. What up, people? Let me get on so I can see the comments and everything a little bit better. Give me a second. I know he's gonna be tripping on me. But yeah, I do got a guest waiting. Very special guest actually, so I couldn't show had to happen, man. So it's like don't cuss me out too bad, Very special guest actually, so I couldn't show had to happen. It's like Hey, what up, Marquise? What up, Mike? But yeah, man. So we broadcasting tonight. We're gonna do the Dallas Mavericks versus OKC game. For those of you that have been keeping up with basketball, y'all have seen that Dallas been doing pretty good. Mainly Luka. I've totally found out tonight that he's not playing, which is kind of bad. But at least we get to see Kyrie. There you go. Hey, come on, man. Hold on, y'all. That's what I'm talking about, dog. I knew you was coming, though, man. What up, man?
What up, dog?
Yeah, I'm glad you're on, man. I don't want to get fussed at, dog.
Get fussed at by who?
By you.
No.
We live right now. We live. We always live. So,
well, in that case, you was going anyway then. Shit.
Yeah. Because I got a guest, man. So we had to do it. I'm glad you got on. I called you a couple times. Your phone picked up on the first ring, though, for some reason. I'm not sure what's up.
It's dead.
There it is. But I was just saying, you know what I'm saying, we're doing Dallas and OKC tonight. OKC having a tremendous year, man. I really didn't. That's one of my surprise teams between them and Minnesota. But they second in the West right now. They having a really good year. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is carrying these boys on to doing something special. Luka is doing his thing as well. So Dallas, you know what I'm saying, kind of struggled a little bit, but unfortunately he's not playing tonight, so we don't get to see that. But
who's not playing tonight?
Luka not playing tonight. I guess he got a little injured or something, so he ain't gonna be able to play.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and Marquise, we gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about it. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and talk about it right now before I bring the guest on. What you think about the Russell Westbrook thing, dog? I mean Russell Wilson.
It was a good gamble, for the simple fact Denver paying all his salary. We only paying $1.2 million. So it was a gamble. If it work, it work. If it don't, we don't lose nothing. Me personally, I wanted Justin Fields. What I don't like is you got Russell Wilson and then you trade Deontay Johnson. Why? You trade your best route runner to get a cornerback. Now you got to go out here and find another receiver. So they got to have something in mind that they're about to do in order to trade him. So I'm just waiting to see what receiver they're about to pick up. But it's a good pickup.
Okay, yeah, I said I wanted to talk to you about that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this tip off. We'll go ahead and get the guest in, and then we'll start talking about the game and just talk about basketball in general. You know what I'm saying? It's basketball season now. But so our guest, man, is a long time friend of mine, teammate. We actually played slow pitch softball against each other a few times, and then we had the pleasure of joining teams. He was on we were on the same team when I won my first world championship in softball. I believe it might have been his first also. We had a young team, I guess I would say. A lot of our first ring was together. We It's been a few years ago, but we had a really good run at it. We had a really good team. We both have our interesting stories of how we both left the team. But you know, what I'm saying there's no love lost between us and nobody else about that situation. Good friend of mine, Midwest brother from St. Louis. Um, very deep guy. Like he said a lot of stuff, which is one of the reasons why I want to have him on. He said a lot of controversial things that some people may not agree with, but you know what I'm saying, some of the stuff you really got to listen to. Part of the reason why I have him on is his thoughts about Luka Doncic. I really want to hear it. I've never heard it. I've read things about it, but I've never heard it myself. So I want to get him on the show during the Dallas Maverick game to talk about some of that. He talked about a lot of sports. He has his own podcast. It's called Humanity Works. Really good friend of mine, really good brother of mine, Jihad Youssef. Welcome to the iTest Podcast.
What up, peace? Like the beam. What
up?
Yeah. Not much, man. I'm still learning, man. How you been?
Good, man. I'm chilling. How you?
I can't complain, man. Just tired, man. Working hard, coaching these girls in this fast pitch softball, man. Loving that softball life right now.
Indeed. Yeah. So you I was actually gonna talk about that, but that's something that you coaching your daughter's team, young daughter. What is it? What 7 under what age group?
It's AU. I got girls at 6, 7, 8 years old. Some of them raw, some of them experienced, have played before. I only just started coaching because she said she wanted to play. My older children, man. I was a younger father then. It was like, yeah, you playing ball, but with the youngest one, I didn't force it. But she said she wanted to play, and we got out there and we started taking grounders and hitting. I saw that she had the desire for it, so we continued on with it. And for like the last 2.5 years, man, here we are.
That's what's up. How's the team going?
Team's doing good, man. Last year we had a successful season. At the AU level, man, I try to tell my parents, man, winning is not a big deal to me. It's all about development. I want them to understand the game, know the rules. But the main thing when it comes to young girls, especially young black girls, I want them to really master the mental landscape of the game, being psychologically composed, enjoying the game, self-confidence, and respect the game and have fun with it, most importantly.
Indeed. Hey, what up, Sean? That's what's up. So you've coached all your kids at some point. I think I read that a while ago. You coached all your kids at some point, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What do you what's the word I want to use? Do you rather be the coach or the parent? And I'm saying parent not watching.
That's a good question. I think most fathers just say they want to get their kids involved in something and be the parent. But like most former athletes and guys who are passionate about sports, what typically tends to happen is you sign your kid up for sports and, you pay for this program. You're actually paying for the coach, and you sit back and you just kind of watch some things like this person don't really care about these kids. They don't really understand the game. So it's like I started coaching. So what really started me coaching, my dad started me. My dad's been coaching over 40 years back in St. Louis. He's retired. They call him the program starter because every school he went to, he started a program. And my 2 younger brothers started coaching. But I was the last one to get involved because I thought coaching was boring. I didn't really care to do it, man. But when I saw a situation that my son went through years ago, it got me with coaching. And ever since then, I found out it was my passion as well, too.
Oh, okay. And you coach your son in basketball, right?
Basketball, yeah.
Okay, and your daughter in softball.
Softball, basketball, and soccer. But I only coached her in basketball. Fall league when she was at Grayson High School when she was making a run, but then she played at AU in St. Louis for a small amount of time. before she moved down to Georgia. She played with Georgia Gold Mine, and then she eventually ended up with Southern Stampede, which was the female team to Southern Stampede, same team. Colin, Young Bull, Colin Sexton, and Davion Mitchell played on out of Georgia before they became with Georgia Stars. Well, no, Davion Mitchell was with Georgia Stars. My correction, with Sacramento Kings.
Okay. Speaking of the Sacramento Kings, I see you got the shirt on. That's your squad. Tell that story. You're not from Sacramento.
I know, man. A lot of people say that. That's a good question too. A lot of people were like, Sacramento, why Sacramento? First of all, man, I need people to understand, being from St. Louis, man, I never was a fan of any St. Louis team. Now, I was on the Rams bandwagon when he was winning, but I've always been Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Yankees. And the Sacramento Kings, man, I became a fan with the Mike Bibby, Chris Webber, Doug Christie era, because the thing about professional sports, it's all a narrative. Every team has a superstar. Well, Sacramento was a team that won by committee. So it was just something about them, man, you know, about the way they played, their fervor. They wasn't scared of the Lakers. They was the only team in the West that wasn't scared of the Lakers, man. And they played a high level of efficient basketball, man. And I just been a fan ever since.
That's what's up. I didn't know this, and if I would have known it, I would have said this earlier. And I'm sure you heard we were talking. Me and my co-host was talking before we got you in, but I didn't realize that you was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan
since 7 years old.
What do you think about that move? What do you think about the Russell Wilson move?
I don't think much about it, man, because honestly, I'm a fan. I'm an honest fan, and I knew it was gonna be trash for a minute, man. Pittsburgh. I don't think it's not Coach Mike Tomlin. I think it's the coaches around him. I think it's the offensive coordinator, which, you know, the one prior, you know, him and Ben Roethlisberger didn't see eye to eye, which I didn't care for Ben Roethlisberger. I think we need to invest more on O-line, and we need a secondary, man. We got one of the best running backs, man, to come out of Alabama, man. And Najee Harris really has not hit that stride with that offense they've been running. So I ain't so much as worried about the position at the quarterback position or whatever, or how it may impact this, man. I'm looking at other factors, man, that's really causing us to struggle.
All right, now I got to jump in. Did you say you was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan? You didn't like Ben Roethlisberger?
I did not. I'm going to tell you why.
Serious?
I'm going to tell you why. I stopped liking Ben Roethlisberger after he got off of rape. That's when I stopped liking Ben Roethlisberger.
There we go. What I got to do with you? That's personal business. That's outside of football.
When it comes to sports, sports, man, to me, man, all my heroes are bigger than the sport. You understand? So, like, a lot of people like LeBron James for what he does on the court. I like LeBron James because years ago, when he first got with the Miami Heat, and I like LeBron at that time, and I'm just using this as an example. Everybody knew LeBron was going to be great. All my heroes, man, when it comes to sports, man, they stood up for something that was bigger than sports. The platform you play on sports is only going to last for so long. But years ago, when they first played their first game back in Cleveland, Jeremy Schaap interviewed LeBron James outside the locker room. We all can recall when it was burning his jersey, everybody got mad because he left Cleveland. But the undertone was race. When Jeremy Schaap, because LeBron made a comment, he made a statement. And when Jeremy Schaap put the microphone in front of him, he asked LeBron James, did he want to take back his comments that race matters in America? When LeBron James said no, I became his supporter and his fan. So what a person does on the field is not more significant than what they do off the field. Was Ben Roethlisberger a great quarterback? Yeah, he was. He was a time quarterback. He was a great quarterback. But after that, I didn't really care for the man because at the same time, if Michael Vick can go to jail for dogs, Ben Roethlisberger could have went to jail for a woman of color.
Well, my personal opinion on that is we don't know these people outside of the field and the court. We don't know what these people do when they go home. And outside of that, I don't know them personally. So all I go on is what I see them do on the field, on the court. If they were a homeboy of mine, I knew them personally, that's something different. But me not knowing them, I really don't. I care less what they do outside of sports. And wait a minute, before I even go any further,
so as
you say you like Najee Harris, I think Najee Harris needs to go.
Why you say that?
He can't make people miss.
I don't think that was his running style coming out of Alabama. That was never his running style coming out of Alabama.
Sometimes you got to make people miss. You can't run through everybody.
Yeah, that's true, but that was never his running style. You know what I'm saying? You know, some running backs are used like finesse, man. You know, some running backs, the game has changed. Like back in the day, our favorite running back, he played every down. Now we looking at a league, man, where he might have a touch two here or there, come off go right back in. Najee Harris is made for the grunge. He's made for the grind to get the extra 3 or 4 yards. He was never like no speedster. He's not like Derrick Henry. You know, he was used for what he is, but still at the same time, there's not the defenses, man, in the AFC are not what it's not what it used to be. It's not like, you know, Champ Bailey's out there, you know, Terrell Reapers, you know what I'm saying? These guys are different. And plus these guys can't tackle. And I say this a lot when it comes to the NFL. The NFL has a lot of mediocre talent. You got wide receivers that can't catch balls that run these Nike Jet 2.0s with the stickies. With all my heroes, man, they play the sub-below zero weather with no gloves and can snatch it like a hawk. So, you know, it's not like he's facing the most elite talent out there, man, when it comes to these defensive, you know, secondaries and outside linebackers, in my opinion.
So back to the Roethlisberger thing, I just asked. So when you say I never really liked Ben Roethlisberger, you was talking more of a person as a quarterback.
Yep, more as a person, because sports is sports, man. Sports don't impact your life, but it can be used to impact life. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at a lot of people, like, you know, we as black men, we're passionate about sports, right? But we don't really give flowers to guys that actually made an impact, who sacrificed their careers, that were good ball players. You know what I'm saying? Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Craig Hodges is lost in history. Nobody talks about what this man did. Oscar Robertson is the reason why these guys get these big time multi-million dollar contracts, when he sat before Congress and told them, yeah, I think $150,000 is probably not even enough. And they laughed at him. But look where we at today. So at the same time, it's compartmentalized. People like who they like because of what they do on the court. I like who I like because of what they do on the court and off the court. That's why when, you know, I asked my father, it's like, you know, who's your GOAT? He always goes to Bill Russell. Not because the man won 13 championships. It was because what he did in that time and era as a player, coach, dealing with racism, and stood his ground. You can't even get a black athlete to stand their ground nowadays. When they put that mic in front of them, the first thing they can do, well, I want to apologize. Well, you know, this, that, and the third. Or they make them cut their hair if they do some, you know, something. It's like a double standard when it comes to violations. So for me, when it comes to sports, I'm an athlete. I love sports like the next person. I'm just the type of mind to where I admire the athlete more for who they are off the court than on it.
I respect that. I'm one of the people that you talk like, and kind of what Slack said. To me, all professional athletes are entertainers, and exactly. I watch them play. I watch them play their sport for the entertainment purpose of it. So when I'm critiquing them or talking about them, I'm solely talking about what they do on the field or playing or whatever the case would be. Obviously, there are those that you talk about that like the LeBron James. Like, LeBron James is a great person. He's very good. He got a school and he never been in real trouble. And I mean, I get all that. I hear all of that. But if I'm talking about LeBron James being the GOAT or if I'm putting him up in it, I'm simply talking basketball. Like, can he hoop? And that's where I'm at when I'm talking that judgment, when I'm having that conversation. The fact that you say what you're saying, I think there's a lot of people that thinks like you, but don't debate that. Yes. They debate with me when I'm talking about LeBron James' skills, but what they really talk about is how he is off the court, when that's not the argument that I'm having. Like, when you compare LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, for instance, like, to me, Kobe Bryant is the better player, but I'm talking basketball. Somebody will come to me and be like, well, no, Kobe Bryant not the better player because, you know what I'm saying, he had that case in Colorado. Like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, a lot of women stopped liking Kobe Bryant because of that case in Colorado. That has nothing to do with basketball. If you want to talk about the case in Colorado, let's talk about the fact that when he was going to court every day with his life on the line, he was coming on the court and dropping 50. Like, that's not something that a normal person could really do. They would be like, man, I'm going to take off. I can't play. My mind is messed up, or, you know what I'm saying? Thing like that. Where he was like, okay, this case is this case, and I'm going to do that. But when I go to work, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to do my job better than everybody else. So that's kind of how we look at it. And I get it. I totally get that.
It's two different sides to the coin, man. You got to look at why black. Let's talk about LeBron just for a brief second. I know when you talk about LeBron, it's controversial. Look at why black folks don't like LeBron, if they don't like LeBron, and look at why white folks don't like LeBron. It's two totally different reasons. Black people don't like LeBron because of the numbers on the court. White people don't like LeBron because he's pulling power moves as a black man. It's two totally different things. And people say, well, you don't mix politics with sports. How can you not when sports is political itself? So at the end of the day, everybody has a different value system. And my value system just so has to supersede the sports playing field. Now, we can talk numbers. You know, because anybody can debate who's the GOAT. And I have a saying that you have GOATs and you have GOATs. You have the greatest of that era. You have GOTEs, the greatest of that era. And then you have the GOAT, you know what I'm saying, of that particular, you know, they say the greatest of all time. The thing about it is, if you ask a kid today who's the GOAT, they're going to say LeBron James. If you ask people in our era who's the GOAT, they're going to say Michael Jordan. It's all era, you know, and each guy needs, there's going to always be a great dude coming out of each era. Now they're talking about Anthony Edwards. He eerily resembles Michael Jordan. Anthony Edwards has his own game. In my opinion, nothing about his game resembles Jordan. Maybe Kobe tried to copy the game, but everything about Anthony Edwards' game, that's Anthony Edwards' game. And if you from Atlanta and watch this kid grow up through the ranks playing basketball at high school and for Atlanta Express, then you would understand what I'm saying.
Just for the record, Michael Jordan is not my GOAT.
That's different. Who's your GOAT, bro?
Kobe Bryant.
I respect that. I can respect that. And you know what? For some reason, Kobe Bryant gets lost in the shuffle, man. Because Kobe Bryant, when you look at Kobe Bryant was like, you had Mike, the Kobe and LeBron was right there. But, you know, people rarely, I don't hear too many people say that about, I know a lot of Kobe fans, but when you talk about the GOAT, it's always LeBron and Jordan. But I think Kobe does deserve his flowers. So I respect that. I respect that.
We both.
And just to get you an insight on what you said earlier about your father liking Bill Russell, that is my cousin.
Ooh, salute, brother. That's what's up. That's royal DNA, man. Take my hat off. Hey, are you a Boston fan?
Huh?
Are you a Boston fan?
No, I'm a Laker fan.
Got you. That's what's up, man. That's great history right there. I like that.
We both are in agreement with the Kobe thing. That's kind of what we have in common more than anything. We've been having that argument, that GOAT argument. We argue it all the time with other people. It's kind of funny. The situation is kind of funny. So I'll just give you a backstory to people that don't know this. So me and Slack actually went to college together.
Okay. So
we had a public speaking class together, and we had to do a speech on it was a persuasive speech. We had to persuade the class one way or the other. Well, at the time, he was a Michael Jordan fan, so he did his speech on Michael Jordan. Well, I was a Magic Johnson fan, and so I did my speech on persuading the class that Magic Johnson was better than Michael Jordan. So we do those speeches or whatever. So this is back in 93, 94, something like that. Well, you know, time goes. Kobe Bryant becomes Kobe Bryant, and we both left who our GOATs were at the time. We both left our GOATs and met with Kobe Bryant, and a lot of our friends never left Michael Jordan. They still Michael Jordan. And then LeBron James come about, and so now some of them kind of leaning towards, but nobody ever, like you said, Kobe Bryant never ever had his chance. There are people like 20 years, 30 years that would say that Kobe Bryant was never the GOAT. Like he never took over Michael Jordan, and LeBron James came and took over Kobe Bryant. It's like the weirdest thing to us, you know what I'm saying? But the thing that we both say about LeBron James, you said this is why black people don't like LeBron James. What we don't like about LeBron James is the fact that he's not a killer. Does he have to be?
Does he have to be carbon copy of Michael Jordan? Does he have to be a killer?
He doesn't have to be carbon copy of Michael Jordan. He just got to be a killer. Like, in order to be the GOAT, you have to be a killer. Like, you can't. You in my mind, in my opinion, you can't just not be a killer. I don't even know no other way of putting it, but just like what a killer does. Now, has LeBron James ever showed killerness? Yes, he has. but he doesn't do it every time. Every time he's supposed to, every time he should, he don't do it. So because he don't do it all the time, he not. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be a
Right. LeBron James is the GOAT of 3 quarters. 4 quarters and $1.
Yeah.
You ask LeBron James for change for $1, you're going to get shorted.
Let me say this though. I wanted to say something before we get off to Kobe. The one thing I really wanted to see Kobe do was coach. Kobe was brilliant. Now, we know early in his career, he was known not to pass the ball and to be a little anal on the court, but Kobe Bryant was a brilliant individual. When he retired, he was much more of a valuable individual to watch and study, because I forgot that thing. They used to come on ESPN, and Kobe, they used to do these little series where Kobe Bryant used to break down different players and games. Yeah. He was a brilliant dude. I would have loved to see Kobe Bryant. I think Kobe Bryant would have been a good coach. I truly, as well as Rajon Rondo. I agree.
Yo, and just to go back, you say you're a Sacramento Kings fan.
Don't do it,
Chris. I'm just about to say, Chris Webber grew up around the block from me. Chris Webber grew up around the block from me.
Cause you a Lakers fan, Slag. I know you're going there, dog. Don't do it, man. I had a long work night, bro.
No, he giving you some more. He giving you some more.
Kudos.
I don't know if I would say history, but he was saying that Chris Webber grew up around the corner from him or down the street or something.
Because he from Michigan. Slack, you from Michigan, right? You did say what up though, right?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit. I said what up, though.
Yeah. Hey, can I say something about Detroit real quick?
All right, be careful.
No. Now I got family from. Let me say this. I rock with Detroit. I live in Georgia, and me and Delton play together. I play with all Midwest and Detroit teams. My family from the D. I learned how to fight in Detroit, not St. Louis. We used to go to Detroit for the summertime. So the D is my second home, as well as Atlanta. But I'm gonna say this about the Detroit Pistons, man. I know you're not a Detroit Pistons fan. Be patient with that group. And I hope they don't get rid of Monty Williams, because I like him as a coach, and I like what Detroit can become. Just give him this one season, maybe half the next season. I think them young boys going to turn just like them boys did in the young team down there in Orlando with Ponchero and what's my son name? Cole, what's his name? What's the boy name? Cole
Anthony.
Cole Anthony, man, which I never really liked this game. But just give him time, man. I see greatness. Just like people knock me because I like Jalen Green. When I was around the Adidas circuit, man, when he was with EBO, that's when I first seen Jalen Green. I'm like, yo, this kid's going pro. So I just think people are impatient with the young talent, but I really think Detroit got something. I really do. I really think those boys gonna be about something in the next year or so. I just want to say that.
Now, wait a minute. I got on this podcast for a reason tonight, and I'm listening to you since we came on. And let me say this too before I even go any further. I want to be a guest because these introductions my co-hosts give, I want my flowers, man. Like, these introductions are amazing. And you sound very intelligent. You sound like you know sports. How the hell you don't like Luka Doncic?
Here we go. Ding ding. All right.
There it is. Question. Go ahead.
And I still, man, I hoop. I'm an OG hooper. I hoop 4 to 5 times a week, man. Every time I go hoop, I get crowded, surrounded. My young G be like, "OG, what's wrong with you?" Listen, it's not that I don't think Luka Doncic is a good basketball player, right? It's not that I don't think Luka Doncic deserves to be a pro. He's a good dude and here in Atlanta, people are like, we should have got Luka instead of Trae Young. Well, Trae Young made out the first round of the playoffs before Luka did. And don't nobody talk about that. I don't think Luka could have done what Trae Young did. He shut down the whole city by himself. Here's the thing with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is a narrative. You have to have a European narrative in the NBA that has come out of it's a phoenix rising every 4 to 5 years. When we look at the MVP every 45 years, it's going to be a white NBA ball player. The second time Jokic won MVP, that really was to LeBron, in my opinion. But Luka, it's not that I don't like Luka. I want people to understand a real legit dog from a narrative. See, when you look at Luka's game, Luka has a lot of weaknesses to his game. He's a great ball player. He can't hurt you. He's not going to hurt you. He's high IQ. But Luka cannot attack that basket from the top of the key and finish. Luka cannot guard anybody, right? He's okay in the rebounding section, but he's a narrative because the thing about it is the NBA is an entertainment brand. And the reason why the NBA had to become an entertainment brand like the NFL, because years ago in Vegas, a mafia head made a bet. And when he found out the game was rigged and compromised the integrity, he sued the NFL. That's why when you go Google the NFL and the NBA, it's an entertainment entity. So let me break it down like this. When I say Luka's a narrative, I'm not necessarily saying that's a negative thing, because as a paying customer in the NBA, the number one paying customer in the NBA is European and international. Top 10, if you ask people they top 10, you're going to have maybe 3 or 4 international players that's going to be in the count. Embiid, Giannis, all these guys, Luka, right? There's an international invasion coming on because this is what David Stern established before he passed when he started NBA Africa and going international. When a person in Dallas, my cousin lives in Dallas, when he pays a ticket, he pays to see Luka Doncic with the ball in his hands. He don't pay to watch Tim Hardaway go get stupid. He don't pay to watch Jalen Brunson go stupid. It's like if anybody plays with LeBron James is a narrative. I got the NBA app. I got the ESPN app. That son bitch go off all day long. And I can tell you, damn near all of them is talking about LeBron James. LeBron James had a bowl of cereal. LeBron James rode his bike today to practice. Same thing with Luka. Luka talks about how he was when he's a kid, right? See, this, you have to do this to sell tickets. He's a young, handsome white boy. He appeals to the youth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always want to see a white Michael Jordan. But at the end of the day, if I go to watch the Lakers, I go pay to watch LeBron James with the ball in his hands. And I said this, when people come from up under LeBron James, the Lukas, the James Harden, because all Luka is just a white James Harden. He pounds the ball doesn't move, right? And then he put up shots. And then it was like, oh, he a killer. Well, if you allowed to have the green light to take as many shots as you want on a nightly basis, you're gonna look like that killer. You're gonna look like you a bucket. Watch very closely, man, in the NBA, how much defense. Look how hard they play defense on Luka, and watch how hard they play defense on Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving got to go in his bag. Luka do that one bullshit turnaround move, and then he jack it up and he hit his shots. But at the end of the day, if you put Luka on an island versus somebody that can actually guard him, he can't finish that bucket. I could put Austin Reeves on the island, and Austin Reeves got a bag. He can finish that bucket. It's just certain shit that Austin Reeves can do that Luka can't do. So when people talk about Luka this, Luka that, Luka's manufactured, bro. And that's
you just made the comment. You said
I'm not saying
you can put people on Luka.
A team inherits LeBron James, they feel like we got a chance to win. If a team inherits Luka Doncic, that's gonna be questionable.
Okay, I got 2 responses to that. Mm-hmm. You said you can put a person that can play defense in Luka. No one can stop him. I don't care what kind of defensive player you are. You can't stop him. Second of all, you made the comment that Luka ain't made it out the first round of playoffs, and that's why y'all got Trae Young.
No. I said Trae Young made it out before him because people in Atlanta feel like Luka was the better pick in the trade, and I think Trae Young was better. Not that he didn't get out.
How many times did Michael Jordan get out the first round before he got Scottie Pippen?
Say what?
How many times did Michael Jordan get out the first round before he got Scottie Pippen?
I'm not a Michael Jordan fan.
But I'm just saying, you got to put somebody with Luka. Kyrie Irving is a great talent, but he's not going to take Luka where Luka needs to go. Give Luka Embiid to somebody, and he will go to the chip.
So
let me say this right quick. You remember when Luka dropped 70 points here in Atlanta? You watched the game?
No, I ain't watched the game, but I saw it. I mean, I heard about it.
So if you're a basketball hit, and I'm a coach, right? If you sit and watch film, go back and watch that game and tell me was the Hawks really playing defense? Then go back and watch the very next night when they played the Pelicans and they was playing their ass off when they come to defense. It's a narrative, bro. It's a narrative. Luka, they want Luka to be the face of the league so bad. Last couple of years, they said he's going to be the MVP, and then he fell off every time. They need a Luka.
I got Luka right now as the best player in the NBA.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Red,
you think Luka's better than Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant, I'm a Kevin Durant fan, but I think Kevin Durant on the downslide.
But let's just talk about Luka in his prime. Kevin Durant in his prime. Luka can't fuck with Kevin Durant right now.
That's bullshit.
Shit. He can't fuck with Kevin Durant.
And I'm a Kevin Durant fan.
Luka can't fuck with Kevin Durant.
I think Kevin Durant downfall became that year against Boston when they basically shut Kevin Durant down.
Okay, so let me say this. Let's put this in perfect context.
Ray,
Again,
hold on 1 second. Ray, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go to commercial real quick while we on, and then I'm gonna come back on, introduce. I got a second guest coming on, and then we'll get back. So hold that thought right there. I'm gonna start a commercial. All right, welcome back to I-10 Sports Podcast with Delton.
Slack.
And our special guest, Jahai Youssef. We watching the OKC and Dallas game right now. Right now we're talking about Luka Doncic. But I got another guest on. This is one of my young guy. He one of Marcel boys. He lived here in Dallas. He a big time Dallas Maverick fan. He heard about the podcast tonight and about the guest. So he wanted to come on and defend his squad and defend his man. So I told him, yeah, come on, man. I want him to hear from an old head to a young buck. Just talk basketball from two different generations, and let's hear what he got to say or whatever. So welcome to the show, Jigga.
Jay-Z?
Nah. Hey, what up, Jigga? You all right? Can you hear us? I don't think he can hear us.
And while we watching this game, before he get on, I hope he can hear me. I see they got Jalen Hardy out there playing for Dallas right now. Just give y'all a little insight on Jalen Hardy. He went to high school with my twins. They played on the girl team. He played on the guy team. I knew he was going to the NBA. I used to play with his father, and I think he's going to pan out if he ever gets some more playing time. He might have to lead Dallas, but Jalen Hardy out there right now, number one for the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, Slack, you real with that because I agree. I watched him in the G League, and Jalen Hardy can shoot. I watched him in high school. The boys, he got to get from up under Luka. But let me say this, what I was going to say. For any Luka fan out there, I need to ask you one question. If Luka was that guy, and anybody can go, and that's the good thing about, YouTube, you can go back and watch these games. If Luka was that guy, tell me what the fuck happened in Game 7 when Kawhi Leonard pretty much buoyed his ass. Explain that. If you elite, if you a dog, if you can get it done, explain what happened. And that right there, where a lot of people say, oh, you crazy, you talking cap, that made my point. See, Luka's good, but Luka ain't that. He ain't a dog.
Who is your GOAT?
My GOAT?
Yeah.
The best basketball player.
I can't really say. I don't even look at players like GOATs. Like I'm
best
just not that kind of guy.
Right now.
Well, earlier you said our Aaron's GOAT was Michael Jordan. That's what you said.
I'll tell you my two favorite players of all time is Mike Bibby and Chauncey Billups. But the GOAT talk like Jordan, LeBron, like I'm not really passionate about that conversation.
Well, I was gonna get to the point that said Kawhi Leonard did the same thing to LeBron James.
He sure did, but I never said LeBron James was the GOAT. I'm not passionate about it, but what I'm saying is that Kawhi Leonard exposed Luka in Game 7 in front of the whole world. So everybody's talking about Luka because he hit that game.
What year was this?
But when it came down to the real crunch time,
what
Kawhi
year was
put
this?
it on offense. He put it on defense. Luka didn't have a clue.
What year was this? What year are you talking about?
Huh?
What year was this?
It was like 3 years ago when they played Game 7 versus the Clippers, where the Clippers knocked off Dallas.
3 years ago, Luka was not my best player in the NBA.
Luka wasn't even the best player. He wasn't the best player then. He ain't the best player now. That's my opinion.
The best player today now to me in the NBA. 3 years ago, Luka was mediocre. He's better now than he was 3 years ago.
You think Luka can fuck with Anthony Edwards?
Yes.
That's it.
Who the best player to you, Red? Who the best player in the league right now?
Anthony Edwards. And the boy, he fucking with y'all. He play on gears, dude. That he's calibrating himself. That boy turn on, can't nobody fuck with that boy. Nobody in the league can fuck with AE, bro. Nobody.
Now, you think he's the best player in the NBA because of his offense, or he played both ends of the court?
He played both ends of the court. When the last time you seen a motherfucker block somebody like that besides LeBron James 2016? He could have gave up. He got the fuck down the court and made a game-winning block. How many players in the league actually got that mindset to play that kind of defense?
I seen him play the other night against Clippers, a couple possessions. I mean, he got a little bit with him too.
The thing about
Anthony Edwards the best player in the league right now.
The thing about it is,
say the best player in the league.
It's just like if you didn't pay attention to Steph Curry, you would have never knew he would become the player that he was. Nobody was really paying attention when he came to the league. The only difference between Steph Curry and Anthony Edwards, Anthony Edwards came in as a number one draft. Huh?
Yes, sir. I can hear y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for bringing me in. I ain't mean to cut you off. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
I ain't mean to cut you off now.
But go ahead, Red.
No, I'm just saying, for those of us in Atlanta that watch this young man grow up to who he is, we know what bag he carries. See, the world could look at him and make a critical judgment and say, oh, he look like he lackluster. He look like he lackadaisical. Now, y'all ain't seen the best of this boy yet. He a dog. He ain't running from nobody. I done seen Luka run from people. Anthony Edwards ain't running from nobody. Anthony Edwards don't need a screen to attack the basket from the top of the key. He can finish from the top to the bottom, getting downhill. He don't have to pound the ball. Do you see him pounding the ball? No, you don't. The other night, man, listen, let me show you something. They give Luka the ball because the world want to see Luka on display and put up a little offense. That's fine and dandy. But when they played, I think it was the Grizzlies, I can't remember who it was, when you waving people off and you getting to the basket at will, come on, man. You can't overlook nothing like that. Everybody in the league can't do that. LeBron James ain't even doing that no more. I mean, he's older, but look at all the young guys that's in the league with him. Nobody's doing what Anthony Edwards is doing, and he's only going to get better. He ain't even hit it.
Are you saying Luka can't get to the basket at will?
Luka cannot finish. He can attack, but he's gonna pass that ball, but he never finished. He stops, turn around, try to hit that little floater and kick it out. He ain't Dirk Nowitzki, man. Let's be clear. He ain't Dirk Nowitzki. He ain't gonna never do what Dirk Nowitzki did against Miami Heat. Dirk Nowitzki put the team on his back. A tall ass German white boy.
Luka still got time for that. Luka still got time for that.
Well, he ain't been in the league.
This is why. Okay, so I wanted this show to happen. We did a Dallas game because I wanted to actually watch the game, so you could kind of like, because I've always wanted to watch a LeBron game with my friends, which is kind of what it is. I want to watch a game with my friends so I could show them what I be talking about all the time. And this is kind of I want to get
me too.
Luka not playing, but I mean maybe I don't watch enough, Red, but. Man, Luka, man, I don't know, man. That dude.
As a coach,
he's pretty good.
If we talking real basketball, if we talking real basketball and not
defensively, he's not it.
If we're talking basketball, and I've been coaching 25 years, if we're talking basketball as a coach, I would never fucking run a double team in Luka. Never. Would I run a double team?
And you're going to get that 70 piece he gave you.
I bet y'all won't.
You're going to get that 70 piece.
I bet y'all won't. You think Luka could be? Do you really think Luka could fuck with somebody like a Ron Artest if he was in the league? Gary Payton, and they ain't even as tall as Luka. You tell me a name that could. What's my man name used to play for the Lakers?
Anthony Edwards couldn't do what he do against
Bradley.
Gary Payton and Ron Artest. Anthony Edwards couldn't do what he do against them.
What's the dude that used to play with the Lakers? Bradley. The dude that had the beady eyes. Alvin Bradley or something like that. What was his name? I can't think of his name. Lock Luka.
You talking about the defensive player, Adrian? I know it's Bradley or something. But like I just said, Anthony Edwards couldn't do what he do against them.
Against who?
The three defensive players you just named, Anthony Edwards couldn't do what he do against them.
I beg to differ.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Now, I want to saying, hey, look, all y'all the OGs. All right, I want to let y'all know I'm a young man, and I want to start off by saying that I respect everything y'all saying. I'm already knowing y'all got more of a point of view. But I can't agree with everything you're saying about my man 77. Now I'm with you. I like a lot of the things you're saying. He don't play defense, and I mean, offensively, there's no real hole in his game. I mean, let's just be honest. He's averaging for a reason. That ain't just that's real now. That ain't nobody can do nothing with him. And you say, oh, he can't. You know, if you put a real defender on him, well, what about the 2-3 years we played the Clippers every year? They supposed to be the best defenders in the league. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, they supposed to be the best defenders in the league. And what he do with them? He cooked their ass every time. They can't do nothing with him. So I don't understand where you coming from. Where he not really like disrespectful, but he better than Ant-Man. Ant-Man ain't.
Hey, young dog, tell him again. Tell him again. Luka Doncic right now is the best player in the NBA.
Carl Anthony Towns went out. He ain't been looking the same.
I got a question. And it ain't no disrespect, man. We talking, man. I respect everybody's opinion. I ain't gonna never be disrespectful. So I got a quick question for the young blood. Where is Dallas at in the Western Conference standings?
7th spot.
Where's Minnesota at?
I believe they top 3 for sure.
And that will be a demise to their season.
Now, I'll tell you this. The reason where they at is the reason it's Luka's fault as to the reason where they at. Yeah, they're in the spot all because of him. It comes down to him. Until he decides that he wants to play defense, they're not going to do nothing.
That's a good damn point. Now, I agree with you there. I was looking at some earlier saying he has to evolve his game and learn how to win.
No doubt about it. I agree with you on a lot of things you're saying, but whenever you say you're not going to send no double team to him, whenever you say he not really getting buckets for real, I can't go there. I can't go with that one.
All Luka, and I'm a big Kyrie Irving fan. Luka is missing a co-star. He's missing a Robin. You give Luka a Robin, it's going to be problems.
He had Jalen Brunson.
For sure.
That's not a Robin for him.
Jalen Brunson is doing.
Jalen Brunson was taking the ball out of his hands. Jalen Brunson was a point guard.
Can I say this?
He needs a wing player or a center, and it's going to be over.
Do y'all remember when Luka was hurt in the playoffs that one year? I don't know who they was playing. And Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway, and I think it was Powell, somebody else. Do y'all remember when Luka was hurt and the whole tempo of the Dallas Mavericks changed? Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And it was kicking ass. And when Luka came back, what happened? They lost. They slowed down. The ball started pounding again.
They lost to Golden State?
I believe it was Golden State. It was either Golden State or might have been. It was either Golden State or Phoenix, but that was the year Jalen Brunson ran that team. Like the whole dynamic of the offense changed because now they didn't just come down. Let's if we talking basketball, what type of basketball is it? Because I can't stand James Harden game when he was with Houston. Cross half court, everybody stop, pound the ball, pass it, everybody stand there.
Wait. I can't let this go. You said when he got hurt, Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson at that point was not a name. So they wasn't scouting. They wasn't worried about stopping Jalen Brunson. He came and shocked the world. He was not what everybody thought he was when he was in Dallas.
And I'm glad you said that. So this is where I'm going to go with this. See, you got entertainment players and you got real players. Jalen Brunson been that dude coming out of
But you also got players that teams
watch
film on.
Like Jonathan Kuminga with Golden State. I said once that young man get his blow, he's going to ball. What is he doing? He's balling. Your boy Jaden Harden, he's a baller, but he ain't gonna the world would never know what he got until he get up from up under Luka. Again, we talking narratives. So
listen, I'm gonna say this. I said the same thing about Kuminga.
If he wasn't, he wouldn't be doing the stuff that he's doing in New York. He got New York in a good spot. So Jalen Brunson always been that dude. Just like Brandon Ingram when he played with LeBron. He couldn't do what he's doing in New Orleans, what he's doing now up under LeBron. That's my whole point. I never said Luka wasn't a good basketball player. That's why I think everybody's getting it wrong. But Luka is a narrative. The NBA is a narrative. It's all entertainment. But listen, this is what I said. You want to make me a believer in Luka? I want to see his ass go to the Drew League. Go dominate the Drew League because the motherfuckers playing real defense. They come at your ass in these pro-am leagues. Come to Atlanta and play in the ABL. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see no motherfucker just let him do what he want to do for the sake of ratings and TV. Because when he came and dropped 70 on the Hawks, anybody go and watch that game, they stood the fuck up after 2 dribbles and let him do what he want to do. It was entertaining. But when you get real dog games, we talking about the Clippers now, he blazed the Clippers, but he still didn't win. When they said, all right, fuck the bullshit, fuck the cameras. When Kawhi said, we finna play real basketball, he buoyed him. Luka didn't show up. Luka disappeared. Y'all talk about LeBron James? Luka was 75 cents that day instead of $1.
You talking about one game?
Don't do that.
So can we?
Multiple
So
games.
can we?
I'm
Can
saying
we
Lucas
can
shut
we
down multiple
down-
games on defense.
Can we mark
He
it
had
down?
a good series. He didn't show up in game 7.
Shut up every game in that series, and now he
Oh,
did. Now when it comes to the fourth quarter, he was slowed down. Every game he played against the Clippers, the first half, he blazing them. He's doing everything. But the game, he's the only one working. So I see what you're saying. Yeah,
He's the only one that gets
in the
to
game.
work. He's the only one that gets to work. Hey, can I say something? I remember one night, man, Luka played. Tim Hardaway dropped 39 points. And you know what ESPN showed on SportsCenter? The one thing Luka did behind the game, he did a behind the back pass. And they didn't even say nothing about Tim Hardaway's 39 points. They said Luka had a damn dime behind the back. Like we've never seen Magic Johnson do that before. All I'm saying about Luka is, gentlemen, I'm not saying Luka can't get a bucket. I'm not saying he don't have a bag. I'm telling you, Luka's a narrative. And when Luka's done playing ball, and whoever else, there's going to be another one to ride. We got Cooper Flag coming up, right?
If you say Luka Doncic is a narrative, so is LeBron James.
I said that. And what I don't like, big bro, I don't like. See, let me say this. I'm gonna say this. So now we really get into a good conversation. I'm about damn near losing my passion for professional sports because too much of this shit is a narrative. I want to go back to real basketball grit. Listen, when we grew up, I'm a 70s baby. I might be older than y'all, but I'm a 70s baby. I remember when the Boston Celtics used to play, the 76ers used to play, LA. Listen, the motherfuckers wasn't going out to eat with each other. They wasn't friends. They didn't like each other. It was grit. It wasn't Dr. J and the 76ers. It wasn't Magic Johnson and the Lakers. It was the Lakers versus the 76ers. It was Boston versus Detroit. Even though they had stars, it wasn't billed as a narrative. That was ball, bro. That's what I'm talking about. This shit.
I give you that because the NBA has took defense away.
Thank you. It's taking it away for the sake of that's fine and dandy. But let's get back to basketball. You know how many guys are in the league that can actually fucking play, but you'll never notice because guess what? Coach said, "Hey, run the offense and get it to Giannis. Run the offense and get it to Jai. Get the fuck out the way. The fans came to watch him." I want to see basketball. That's what I want to get back to. The NFL. I want to see real fucking football, not a goddamn rigged game. I told the 49er fans, what y'all getting excited for? Y'all having a Super Bowl party, motherfucker, y'all finna lose. Taylor Swift, the rally monkey, was the narrative. They wanted them to kiss on the field and look at them. Fuck all that, man. Understand, that's the shit I hate about professional sports. This is why the TBT, I love the TBT. I love watching the Drew. I go to the EBL. I go to men's Showtime basketball here in Atlanta. I want to see basketball, man. I don't like this candy ass shit I see nowadays, man. But then let's say this too: the game has changed. It's evolving. I give these new athletes so much credit because they evolving the skill set. The shit they're doing with basketball, we wasn't doing that. I referee as well. I'm watching 3rd and 4th graders, man, do shit that we, in my age, we wasn't doing till we was like sophomores in high school. So the game is growing, even though they think taking 6 steps ain't a travel. I want to get back to grit and grind basketball. I want to go see a game. I want to go see competition. I want to see motherfuckers that don't like each other on the court, bro.
And you are exactly right. The game has changed so much. I don't like the restricted area. You can't hand check. And that 3-point shot that everybody is taking when they pick this ball up and step to the side, that is traveling.
Who said no talking to Luka with red? Who put that up there?
What's that?
Man, I don't dislike Luka. Y'all missing what I'm saying, man. Y'all if I was an AAU coach, I would recruit Luka. Does that make y'all feel better?
Hell no. Now you making him a high school player. Hell no, that don't make me feel better. Now you making him a high school player.
Luka Doncic is making it okay for people to come in the league.
Rock said,
"That's a good point, Jiggy."
Ain't no talking to you about Luka.
Who said that?
Rod Copeland.
Oh, that's Rod. Hey, Rod, I'm on my strikes, bro. Yeah, I'm back pitching, man. No, Rod called a good game. Man. I ain't gonna lie. Rod do a good job. Rob still get up there and hit that ball too, man. I don't know why he stopped playing.
Hey, and while y'all doing all this talking, Dallas in this whole banging with no Luka. Kyrie Irving running right now.
Well, you said with nobody, they got
with no Luka. Kyrie Irving running.
But I'm gonna go with Slack, man. I really want Jason Kidd to turn Hardy loose, man. Y'all don't know how good that dude is. He's good, bro. That kid can play. He can play, bro. Straight up.
Look, I agree. Jaden Hardy, he cool, man, but he got his problems now. He not just a buck. I watched too many Mavs for you to. He not Jalen Brunson. He not even close to Jalen Brunson. And I seen Jalen Brunson coming before he came. I was telling motherfuckers about Jalen Brunson, and they didn't want to hear me. They saying, "Oh, who is that? Who is Jalen Brunson? Don't even nobody even know him." Not.
Oh man, we lost him.
Yeah, because he was talking crazy.
Yeah, we lost him.
You savage, my man.
The guys is always working.
You savage, my man.
Hey, Red, can we lock you in for Dallas Maverick playoff game though?
I hope they play Sacramento.
Playoff game.
I hope they play Sacramento so Monkey eat their ass up. Hey man. That damn Mike Brown, man. Me and him gotta have a talk, man.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Bring Barnes' ass up.
Right.
What happened?
Yeah, coming before he came is crazy. That was crazy. But yeah, we go.
Hey, I knew Coach Yemmer would pick up on that.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Everybody caught up with the entertainment and the narratives, man. I'm not. I'm just not. So, and I say Luka because remember, I have to say this because I still don't think people understand what I'm saying. People getting because I'm watching Jaden Harden right now. He got the ball. Look at that. He's attacking. He pulled up, missed the shot, but it's still. But listen, I say the same thing about Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a narrative. That girl ain't good. LSU had a good season on a good run, but that girl ain't good like that. Who is the one?
I agree.
Laje's the one. And she ain't all that social media. She don't want all that attention. That girl go out there and ball. The white girl that came from Louisville, she balling. Number 45, what's her name? Morrow, they balling. Angel Reese, listen, if I was a coach, listen, let her ass take that 15-footer. She can't dribble. Box her ass out. Let's get up the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, she's just not that good.
Actually, the girl they beat last year is the baller. She's balling again this year. The girl from Iowa,
Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark.
You think she better than Juju Watkins and Mo Wally?
Yes. Ooh. Well, I ain't gonna say shoot better. She has the quote unquote killer instinct. She's gonna hit. She's gonna hit big shots.
So what do you predict they do? Hey, so who do you got in the finals for the women's NCAA this year?
Who I got winning it?
Yeah, who you got? The two teams you got in the NCAA finals, women.
South Carolina and Iowa.
I would go with that. I don't see LSU getting back.
No.
There's a lot of teams out there right now, like the Ole Misses, the North Carolina, the girl that got them. These are sleepers that ain't nobody really paying attention to. You know, you got Juju Watkins and the USC girl, so I think it's gonna be wide open.
Yeah, that USC girl next year, they will be there. Now, she's for real.
The thing that Don went and did, she's smart. She went and got shooters. And she got two dominant bigs, man, that go to work. Cardazza and the white girl. I keep forgetting the white girl name. They go to work. Now, I'm hoping they don't get upset in the first round because of these suspensions. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they for real.
Yeah. I like women's basketball. It was good to see the whole country, man, and the world watching that championship game last year because that's the first time I ever seen the NCAA women's game that much excitement around me, man. And it was a good game. It fit. It lived up to the bill. So, but yeah. So, man, when I talk about narratives, man, like I said, my team is Sacktown. We don't have a narrative. We just got a squad. That Mike Brown refused to start goddamn Monkey keep putting Barnes' ass in there. Like, man, he ain't the UNC Barnes, bro. Monk come in the game, he changed the whole game. I
think the Lakers should have took De'Aaron Fox instead of Ball.
What that boy name is again?
Yes.
Thomas.
Yeah,
they got me back in this hoe.
Yeah, that's
hey, what's the young dog? Hey, Jigga, what kind of internet you got, man?
Right.
He can't even hear us now.
Jigga, can you hear us?
Hey.
No, I can hear you.
What kind of internet you got over there?
Hey man, don't do that, man. I'm in a rough spot.
Hey, you over there with that
dial
dollar
right now? hey, man, it's just open here by email.
You got that AOL. You are online.
Maybe you should have came to the crib. Get to the crib, Jigga. That's my bad.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted
to.
Hey, Dale, you see my little cousin come to town and shut Georgia State down, man? Proud of him.
Hey, is that a Cleveland Indians hat you got on?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm a hat collector.
For a reason, or you just wear hats?
I just wear hats.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wear hats.
Because I don't like shit about Ohio.
I tell you what, you remember the year? I think it was Georgia. Who was not? What was the year?
I don't like driving through that motherfucker.
What was that year? I think it was Georgia played Bama, but I wanted to see Ohio State and Michigan play in the national championship game. I think that would have been $1 billion game, and they both lost. Because I think it was Georgia and Alabama ended up playing, and Georgia won it again. So I don't know. I got feelings toward that damn game. I don't know what the fuck happened to Michael Penix Jr.
It's like people I know that rock the original Tigers hat.
Huh?
You hear me?
Say it again, Dylan.
I was telling Slack, you one of the only people I know that rock the original Tigers hat. You said what?
Now, college football, since you brought that up, has been ruined.
Because of the portal and
NIL has ruined college football. The transfer portal has ruined college football.
Speak on it.
And I think the fact that
that's college
it's ruined football, that's why Nick Saban gone. That's why Jim Harbaugh had a lot of shit, but I think he basically left too. But you can't coach these kids. You piss one of these kids off and they're good, they're going to the portal.
Can I play devil advocate to that? So, being a coach and seeing up close and personal what's really going on behind the scenes. First of all, we all know thousands of athletes that come from my areas and tragic stories to where a player was good enough, but a coach was controlling the future of that kid. I said it. I'm going to say this again. Sports is a narrative. You have to fit the narrative to get to the next level. One of the things about the NIL deal, and I got a problem with any college coach that has a problem with it, because college coaches get paid millions of dollars to coach kids that put their body in injuries, headaches, all type of things that happen. They coming from poverty, right? So the reason why Nick Saban, the Coach K's, all these, elderly white men are getting out of the ball because they're not going to inherit the top of the litter anymore, because they going everywhere. Because now Utah got a bag. They got Davion Smith out of Atlanta, Georgia. People looking at the cat, they going all over. So they not getting the top. So now you get to see whether or not they can really coach. When you can't get those top recruits because now they got options, now you want to get out of the game. So I got an issue with that, because I think athletes deserve to be paid. Second of all, when I say sports is a narrative, right? You don't get to professional sports based on your talent. You get to sports based on the narrative. And when you go look at the draft, whether it be the NFL or the NBA, since these are the most controlled sports because predominantly black athletes dominate these sports, number one is going to be a kid that's a happy African that's happy to be in America. Number two is going to be a single saved Christian mama who loves Jesus. Or number three is going to be a kid that has one white parent or one black parent. Or number four is going to be an athlete that's dating or marrying a white girl. Those are the narratives that you're going to see going in the top rounds. Look at what Justin Fields in the draft. Look at how they treat Jalen Hurts, and he balling his ass off. They don't say nothing about his father back in Texas doing good things for the community. They talk about some dumb shit. Jason Tatum from my hometown of St. Louis. You never hear about his father, Justin. You only hear about his mother until Jason Tatum had to speak up, say, hey, my father was there. Man sitting right there on the sideline. They won't put the camera on him, but they'll put the camera on T. Morant because he's a clown and thinks he's a young boy living a second childhood. So we have to understand the power of sports. When the last time you seen a white athlete take a promo pic like this? Only black athletes do that because they take roar like an animal, right? Same thing, but it's historically like the beast, the Beauty and the Beast. I say, no, be civilized. Take a picture like a regular human being. So this shit with sports go deep. And I told my coaching community this 7 years ago. They did not believe me. I said, when it comes to basketball, they're separating black men and they're separating black men and blocking legacy basketball. Everything you see,
Nah, we finna win this, huh?
all you see, everything you see in college, it's coming from the AAU coaches. That them coaches sit on the sideline. They watch their defensive schemes, they watch the plays that they run, and then they take it back to Kentucky, they take it back to UNC, they take it back to Duke, and they run this stuff because they've been watching these teams like Compton's Magic, team take over out of DC. They get the best of the best, and they got coaching power. So, like when you get to a point, you call a defense, you name it after a man. You don't name no defense after a man. I can come up with the same defensive concept, but they're not gonna call it the Coach Red Pack line. So we have to understand how deep this shit go. I told my son, right, came out of Grayson High School out of Georgia. Everybody knows Grayson is a nationally ranked program, and won't nobody tell you that my son don't have pro skill. My son is better than more than half the cornerbacks you see in the league right now. Jerry Jeudy locked his ass down and intercepted the ball right out of his hands. But what I'm telling you is, I said, bro, my name is Jihad. Them college coaches gonna be questioning your ass. When we was getting home visits and the college coaches came to my home, they already knew my son could play. What they wanted to see was, what kind of art do we have in our house? What were the kids watching on TV? Is one of my boys walking around sagging, twisting his hair, listening to Young Thug? What was the missus making in the kitchen? How do I talk? Was our grass cut? This is how they size us up. It's a psychological thing. So they want to inherit a kid with no brain that just shut up and dribble. This is why they absolutely want kids that come from single parent homes. Me and the missus was together. The college coaches kept calling the missus. She was on code and said, no, call him. They didn't want to deal with me. So we must understand. And fathers, if you have a kid that's talented, lay the fuck back and let the woman do it, because it's a game. And if you don't understand the game as good as your kid is, and I tell a lot of people this who are upset they never went pro, don't beat yourself up because it ain't that you just didn't fit the narrative. It's a narrative, ladies and gentlemen. It's a narrative. We got to understand that. It's a narrative.
Talking about some shit, for real.
I've seen it up close and personal.
Yeah,
So,
that's
Say that bit.
That's interesting.
Now, where's your son now?
That was a lot.
My son is in California. He's in California. He was out there with his teammate that played with the San Diego Chargers. Me and him had a talk. He said he didn't want to go pro, and as a father, I was happy. Because for some reason, black people think that when our kids go pro, it's a blessing of God. It's not. God ain't got nothing to do with that. Your kid just 6'5" and inherited genetics that's valuable enough to help a team win. That's not a blessing from God. I wanted my children to impact life. You know what I'm saying? Impact people's lives by the knowledge that you have. He's in Cali. He's living good. He actually, when he was in college, he started learning how to DJ. So when he was doing parties for his teammate at the time out in Cali, some rap artist saw him, man. Next thing you know, my son was on tour for like a year and a half, and I think he made like maybe 200,000, 300,000. So he's in Cali living his life, man, but he wants to get in coaching. I think my son, I say, man, coach, don't play the game, just coach the game. So I think one day he'll be a good coach, but I definitely didn't give a damn about him going to the NFL.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a different way of looking at it, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, listen. Let me say this too while we on it, because I know you got people that's watching whose kids are going through it. Let your kids commit to the school that they want to go to. And watch what you say to your child, because the biggest mistake I made with my son, when he got to college, he stopped calling me. I wasn't hearing from him no more, and I didn't understand why. But we went through it since he was a kid. The day I told my son, if you don't go D1 to get a scholarship, that's a wrap, because I'm not paying for college. I did not realize the pressure I put on him, right? He never told me this because I'm dad. He just want to make me happy. But my son eventually told me, said, Dad, the day you told me that was the day you hurt me. But I went out there and I did that for you. So when my son went out there and did it, he wasn't really doing it from the heart. He was doing it because he didn't want to upset me. And I made a big ass mistake, and I would never do that again. So let your kids have the freedom to do what they want to do. Listen, if Miami wants your kid, but your kid want to go to Miami of Ohio, or just giving an example, if he wants to go to Akron State, let them go where they want to go. Because I'm going to tell you something. I made a mistake. When the coach called my house, said, hey, how you doing? I said, yeah, is Quentin okay? I'm like, yeah, what you mean? I'm thinking he fighting in the coach said, hey, Miami wanted him. Everybody know Miami's my school. So when he came home, I fought him until I realized that nigga been in the weight room the last 2 years, and I thought a gorilla grabbed my ass. So, but I'm just saying, it's just these things happen. I ain't lying. I grabbed him. That motherfucker grabbed my ass. Boy, I'm screaming like, hell, get him off me. But I'm just saying, this is something that happened in a lot of households that people don't talk about. That motherfucker grabbed me, bro. I'm like, God damn. But let your kids do what they want to do, man. I ain't bullshit. I thought I was the man. I thought I was the man in the house that day. Shit. That motherfucker, goddamn boy. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, man, because basketball. I know how black fathers can be, man. Ease up off that kid. They love you. They gonna be okay. Trust me.
Gee, hey, you speaking right there. I don't know. I think I let Marcel go where he want to go. Kinda. I might have pushed him a little bit.
Nah,
I remember
when Marcel was big, man.
saying some shit.
And that's crazy, man, that you knew my cousin.
You do.
Man, that's a small world, bro. And I reached out to Miles and Marcus.
That's funny. That's real funny.
Yeah.
I didn't even call Marcel that, but I think he over Jigga. Jigga, he's still over there?
Hey, so
I hear you, Quinlan.
Marcel still over there?
I hear you, Quinlan. Yeah.
because the Kings ain't got no Luka, OG. You know that.
No.
You say it again?
No, the Kings, we the reason why you wasn't on here earlier, but I'm a Kings fan because we win by committee. We will win by committee because you got to deal with Sabonis. Who's going to deal with Sabonis on the Dallas Mavericks roster?
Man, he gonna deal with himself. He can't shoot for real. He gonna deal with himself.
That's the beautiful thing about basketball. The Kings win without him having to score. That's basketball. Sabonis, all he do is set screens. He get rebounds. He's strong. That's the part of the game of basketball people don't look at. The numbers ain't stacking up. Sabonis is a problem. That's the beauty of it.
Sabonis is a problem.
Draymond Green. Do you think the Golden State Warriors could win without Draymond Green? Absolutely not.
No, I don't.
And all he do is set screens. All he do is run and set screens for Clay and Steph and probably maybe bully somebody to get a rebound. But he's a high IQ that never looks to score.
Here's the thing, though. The same thing happened to the both of us. We matched up against the Golden State Warriors the same year. The same year y'all got bounced out by the Warriors. Same year we got bounced out by the Warriors. And it fell on Sabonis because whenever you take away his ability to rebound the basketball and then he's not a threat to shoot, Kevin Looney was making him. He was making him look like a small man. He was boxing him out, boarding his ass up. When you take that ability away, then sometimes he becomes a liability on the floor.
You spot on because I was losing my mind that game and I didn't understand why he wouldn't shoot. And I was on crutches. I was on crutches, losing my mind. I was at a sports bar, man. My daughter's softball tournament, man. People looking at me like, what's wrong with him?
Yep.
And Harrison Bourne missed that shot. But again, I don't know why Mike Brown and Malik Monk don't see eye to eye, but I believe if Malik Monk took that shot, we would have been in the finals. But it is what it is. That shit broke my heart.
Hey, but y'all lagging behind too. You asked me where we was in the y'all lagging around too. Y'all might end up in the playing just like us.
We number 6.
Yeah, hey, y'all just got there now.
We did. We went on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak. What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just don't see the Sacramento Kings beating the Dallas Mavericks in the playoff series.
As a Kings fan, I can say I probably have to agree because I just don't have the confidence in them like I did last year.
Got you.
Still my squad though.
So where do you rank? Where do you have Luka Doncic like in the top players in the league right now? Where you got him at? You got him in the top 5? Where does he fall for you?
30.
Wow, 30 is a little crazy.
Man, man, it's a lot of players in the league that never got their flowers. Devin Booker, he never got his flowers. Devin Booker, he's a baller. Never got his flowers.
Yeah. Devin Booker get his flowers, but he was just on. He was on.
They talk about Devin Booker. He's never in discussions. Devin Booker never comes up in discussions.
He don't need to be in them discussions. Devin Booker don't deserve that top five talk. If you ask me.
No, I ain't saying he's top 5. He ain't saying he's top 5. You got to understand. I like hoopers. I don't like narratives. I like hoopers. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even.
Luka not a hooper.
Huh? What you say?
I feel what you're saying with the narrative thing, but I just think Luka he's a hooper just as much as he is a narrative.
I mean, yeah. But again, I'm not saying Luka is not a great basketball player. I would never say that, right? I'm gonna tell
you said top 30 though.
Yeah, because there's a lot of guys I think are better than him. Just with the package. Jalen Green has a package. He has a bag. Tyler Hero, Reeves. There's a lot of players I can name. Ingram. You know, Zion. There's a lot of guys that have.
Come on now, they not.
Bro. I like gritty.
Yeah.
They got bags, but
Get down, man.
they got bags, but man,
Red, did you say
basketball,
Luka
man,
is the
Luka
30th
Doncic,
best
man, his
player in the
passing
league
ability
right
is up there with the top in the league. His
I mean, I
ability
just
to
threw the
control
number
the
out
tempo
there,
of a
man. I
game
mean,
is up there.
I just threw it out there, man. Okay, I said 30. I'll probably give him 29.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Well,
You playing.
Man, I like
Now
League
it's
right
more
now?
it's
Get
more
out.
than just
Hey, I
scoring
don't
when it
believe
comes to
you
Luka
right
right
now.
LeBron
Oh.
James 40-year-old ass right now on a one-on-one. Man, Luka, what y'all want me to give him, man? What, 12, 10, 11, 8, 9?
at least 10.
At
least 10.
I don't know.
At least 10.
I'm just trying to confirm. But hold on. So a couple comments. Hold on, a couple comments. A couple people have commented. I want to go this one. Rod spoke on the fact that the same thing you said about Sabonis is the same that he feels about Angel Reese. And like if she can't shoot or whatever the case may be. So the same argument you have for Sabonis, Rod is saying that's the same argument for Angel Reese.
That makes
Now.
sense.
A couple other
That makes
people
sense.
said Devin Booker isn't. Coach German said Devin Booker is not Luka.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely
Luka's
not.
narrative is 30 point per game, triple doubles. So,
And you know what? I'm glad you made
30,
that comment because
I think you just said that. I just want to confirm. I want to confirm that you're saying that Johnson is the 30th best. What you kind of said, but he's the 30th best player in the league right now.
I mean, in my opinion, man, I don't have Luka in my top 20. I like hoopers, man. I just don't. I like hoopers. And let's be clear. When you say that Devin Booker is not as good as Luka, you got to understand every team has a different system. Luka plays a different role in the Dallas system than Devin Booker plays with Phoenix. You understand what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson now plays a different role in New York than he did with the Mavs. Every team has systems, and every player has a role. Just like Malik Monk. I think Malik Monk is a starter. Mike Brown thinks Monk is the best to come off the bench. So, I mean, every player has a role in the system. So systems are different, and players have different roles, bro. But if you're allowed to get
Malik
the ball,
Monk is a starter.
If you cross half court and you pass it to this one player and everything stops, and you're allowed to get those buckets, yeah, you're gonna get the numbers. But numbers don't always equate to winning.
Yeah, I don't think that if we had a 30 team, if it was 30 teams, and you was the GM of 30, there's 30 teams in the league, and you get picked. I think if you had the 15th pick, I don't think Luka would still be there, but I also don't think that you would pass him up at 15th pick. I don't think so.
Quality on the hell trash.
It just well, as a GM, it depends on what you need.
Minecraft.
You might not need Luka. I might need a center. It just all depends.
I'm saying it's the first round. It's the first round. Everybody picking their first player. I don't think that you pass Luka 15th pick. That's
as opposed to
hell no.
As opposed to whoever is still left. Like what I'm saying is there's 30 teams. You are one of the GMs. Nobody has anybody. Everybody starts from scratch. You got the 15th pick. If Luka is there, the 15th
Luka go top
round,
10.
I don't think you pass him up.
What I'm saying is, I
don't think that
Go got passed. They look 14 or 15 got passed for Brad Doherty. It happens. You know, it happens.
I heard you slip up and say the GOAT too.
We know not.
Motherfucking snack listening. I ain't mean to say that, but you know, but I'm saying I'm referring because that's who everybody calls the GOAT. So
being the hooper that you are, being the basketball knowledge person that you are, as much as I hear you talk about basketball and all that kind of, I understand your point of saying Luka is a narrative. I get that. I believe, just for the sake of the word, I believe that LeBron James is a narrative. I believe that basketball has its own narrative and things like that. Just from what I've seen, Luka, just the games I've watched him play, and I haven't watched him play a lot, but just watching the games I've seen him play, and just like I really believe that. Like I don't know what you looking at when you see Luka play, dog. That outside of defense, Now he ain't got no defense, and I don't think his defensive issue is effort. I think his defensive is physical. Like he can't guard the people that guard him. He may could go down and maybe guard somebody down there.
I think it's both.
The guy that don't score a lot or whatever the case may be. But as far as like playing basketball and being able to get a bucket and do for his team, and I don't know numbers that he would get if he couldn't play. And I also think he's a big, tall, slow white guy that's getting to it. Like he get to it easily. It's not hard. You saying against Atlanta when he scored the 70 defense, that's totally possible. But I've seen him was trying to play defense, and it just didn't. It did like he was whatever. He was effortlessly going out there and getting at it. So I just think that, like, I don't know.
I like what Tiffany.
I've seen people that.
I like what she just said in the comments. I like what she said in the comments. The question is, do you think the stage is set for Luka to look as he is that dude? Yes, I do. And that's the whole point I've been making the whole night on the show, bro. And then you say what I look at the tangibles, bro. I look at the reality. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see. I'm outside the entertainment. I'm outside the promotions. I'm outside the MVP talks. I'm analyzing and studying this guy's game. And there's nothing about this game that I find threatening except that if he's open, he's going to hit a shot, right? I ain't worried about that. And I'm going to tell you something. The irony with me and Luka, here's the irony. As a 51-year-old hooper, still healthy, still running with these young boys, my game is kind of like Luka now. I'm not really beating these young boys off the dribble, but I can control the game and I still can hit an open shot. And I got a move that these young boys just can't catch up with. I don't know why they're not thinking. But so a lot of my game is patterned behind Luka. So I get it, but I'm playing against young boys that's playing defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a screen to get to the basket at 51 against a 21-year-old kid, right? Because I still understand I'm playing the game mentally, and you know what I'm saying, as well as physically.
What's all this screen talk?
Though, my favorite.
What's all this screen talk, man?
Luka uses screens. The majority of time he comes to
he don't use most. Hell nah, man.
Luka
Come on now. When the game slowed down in the playoffs, they get that boy on the block and they let him go to work and he find open shooters every day, all day. Now in the regular season, yes, I agree with you. He pounding, he's stepping back, he's getting up shots, right? And that's why they lose games. He don't want to defend neither. That's why they lose games. But when the game slows down, his passing ability is second to none, probably other than LeBron James. He controlled the game so much with his ability to pass the ball, and that's really what my love for him really shows, because it's not about just the buckets he get. He really passed that motherfucker. He sees double teams coming from out the back of his head, and that's really where his game is really. That's what really makes him so great.
So, Jiggy, let me ask you this: does Luka win a championship in a Maverick uniform?
I think Luka Doncic. I think
game is slowed down, huh?
I can't even give you that answer. I honestly can't. I can't even give you that answer. To be honest, I think if you put
go ahead.
I think you take LeBron James, and you say you ask LeBron, if I got LeBron James, I say, yeah, we gonna win it. We gonna win a championship. We got him on the team. With Luka, it's contingent on other players. If you put the right players around Luka Doncic, yes, you will win a championship. But he's not gonna win a championship with just guys that can score. He needs help defensively. He needs help. He can't win it by himself. He's not like that on the defensive side of the floor. He doesn't play the whole 100% of basketball. He plays 50% of basketball. Offense. That's it. He doesn't care about, and that's honestly what you said. I'm losing love for the game because it's guys like him. It's guys like him who don't want to play the whole game of basketball. They want to play one side and then, okay, I'll try and get a timely stop every now and then. That's not ball for real. So I don't think with him, no, you don't win it.
LeBron James got a mediocre Cleveland Cavaliers team to the finals with Boobie Gibson and a Mo Williams on the roster and had to go through a tough Boston to Detroit to do it.
That's what I'm saying. He defends.
If Luka can't do that, if he can't do that with what he has now, we got to take him out of that elite category. He's not elite. He's a great basketball player, but he's not elite. Remember when Shaq left the Lakers? And I know Slack can feel me on this. Remember when Shaq left the Lakers and everybody said that's it? The Lakers ain't gonna win no more championships, and I think Kobe won 2 more without Shaq. That's elite. That's elite DNA. LeBron James, elite DNA. Kyrie Irving, elite DNA. You understand what I'm saying? Because actually, Kyrie Irving actually helped LeBron James build that legacy, because if the Kyrie Irving don't hit that shot, it ain't no more Cleveland. This is for you. Kyrie Irving, he deserves flowers. You understand what I'm saying? Elite DNA. Can you put a team in the back and take them to the promised land? Luka can't do that, so I can't put Luka in that category. And I know somebody said, somebody said Steph use screens. Yeah, he does. Draymond Green, he sets them that's just culture. But do Steph Curry need a screen? Hell no. Can Luka do the shit that Steph Curry do? Hell no. Absolutely not. So that you can't even put them two in the
Steph Curry can't do the shit that Luka do.
What can't Steph Curry do that what Luka do?
Luka can't or Steph Curry can't post up the way Luka post up. You don't do that.
Why does he need to post up? Let me say this.
No,
the last
don't need to, but you saying he can't do nothing.
The last time Golden State won the championship, did anybody that year pick them to win it? No, they didn't. Nobody even saw it coming.
Nah.
Who put that team on his back? Because Clay was hurt. Clay was hurt the majority of the season. Who put that team on their back? Steph motherfucking Curry.
I agree with you.
But the question was, what can Luka do there too? That's post up. So that
that wasn't good. Nah, and I take Steph Curry over Luka Doncic.
Steph Curry's like 6'2", 6'3".
You asked me the question. I gave you an answer, OG.
Yeah, you're right. But it's based on positions, though. I mean, I can't argue with that. Yeah, he's not gonna post nobody up, but it's based on position.
I mean, it was a question though.
But if you ask me, okay, who you gonna take? Steph Curry, Luka Doncic? Give me Steph Curry right now, because he just impacts winning a lot more than Luka does.
You smart man. But I say Luka never wins a championship in this league unless he gets with a team where he kind of like LeBron James with the Heat. And let's just keep it a buck. The NBA ain't been the same since the Heat. I'm sorry. With LeBron James, the NBA has not been like that since that time. So if he get with a team like that, where Luka gets 2 other players and they got a big 3, they got a shot. But they got a shot. And the one thing about the Heat, he had to play with players that don't mind not being ball dominant.
Now, I'll be real with you right now. I think if the Mavs can find themselves in the playoffs, which I believe they will, I don't see any team beating them other than the Denver Nuggets. I think they can make it to a championship this year just because of the addition of Kyrie Irving. You added PJ Washington, you added Daniel Gafford, you filled in the pieces. So I think the years that Kyrie Irving is here, this is the best shot he has. And if they don't do it, then they probably don't do it. They probably don't ever do it.
You got to deal with a tough ass young OKC. So Denver's in there. You got to throw Denver in there.
So
ain't nobody worried about OKC. We working their ass right now.
You got this the regular season. The playoffs, everybody changed, and then you got to deal with the Clippers. The Clippers,
and Luka changed for real. Yeah, Luka changed for real in the playoffs. Luka changed for real in the playoffs. You right about that.
Give him 1 game to be out for his ankle.
And you say
you got the Mavericks win the finals.
Who, Luka?
You got the Mavericks win the finals?
I got the Mavericks going to finals if we don't got to see Denver. I do. If somebody knocks out Denver for us,
you got Sacramento
in there. Simple as that.
No, I'm a realistic fan. I don't see us winning, but I'm still a Sacktown fan. No. I'm a Sacktown fan till the day I die, but we ain't.
You on that bullshit.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't no delusional fan. Just like with my Pittsburgh Steelers, I know we. Garbage. What happened to him? What happened to him?
Come on, we need him.
Damn, is he getting robbed?
There's 2 people that got hurt.
What the fuck wrong with him?
Yeah, he just got hurt.
Somebody just got hurt.
Damn, he fell.
No,
This man fell while doing the interview.
Hey man, I take that back. Daniel Gafford just went down.
That man fell outside the chair doing the interview. Bye, you all right, bye? Look at Kyrie. Look at this shit, bro. There can't nobody do it. Watch it. Look at that. Ball moves. The ball moves when Luka ain't out. Look at this. Y'all gonna get to the playoff with that? He just turned the ball over and the defender. All the defender did was bumping on the ass. I don't know about this.
Come on now, we gonna take y'all spot. Believe that.
I believe that. I mean, We not like we was last year, man. Damn, your big man just turned it over again. Offensive charge. I don't know, man. What's the dude name? Gatford.
I see what you. I want to go back to that point where you were saying the ball get to popping more when Luka not on the court. Of course it does, because he's a generational talent. You gotta run the O through him, regardless of what the fuck else you got going on. He's that good. You run the O through
Luka's
him,
a generational talent,
and you gonna let him. He gonna let him find the shooter.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of people say I be fucking with Luka because he white, right? A lot of people say I fuck with Luka because he white, which is not true. But we all know that they need a white narrative, right? Who is the greatest white basketball player of all time to you?
Yeah.
Larry Bird.
Thank you.
Slack. The best basketball player of all time to me?
That's mine. Larry Bird. Larry motherfucking Bird. French Lick, Indiana, Larry Bird, bro. The greatest white boy player of all time.
Yeah, the best white player, Larry Bird,
yes,
for sure.
Larry Bird.
Yeah, no doubt.
Larry
no
Bird.
Doubt.
And he wasn't scared of the brothers.
Hey, Red.
What they call
Luka got a lot of Larry Bird.
Luka Baby Bird.
He do.
Yeah, that was saying they call Luka Baby Bird.
That. But Larry Bird played defense. Larry Bird got a critical turnover against the Detroit Pistons. Larry Bird, he played on both sides of the floor and with a stiff back. His back was gone more than the majority of his career, and he was able to be efficient on that floor.
Yep. Wait a minute, back up.
Huh?
That was a dumbass pass. Larry Bird ain't play no defense. They threw the ball to him.
Hey, but it's
fake like he was gonna go down court.
You gotta have defensive instinct. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I forgot, man. Y'all from Detroit, so I know. You know what? Let me just shut up,
but I'm not a Pistons fan, so I ain't want to win no way.
Just like if I go to Boston, I don't want to say Bucky fucking Dent and get jumped by them Boston people. Just let me chill out. You know what I'm saying? Or go to Dallas and talk about Leon Lett. We got any Cowboy fans in the house, man? I mean, like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't gonna win no championship no time soon, bro. Now they brought Dak up on sexual charges.
Hey, I don't like the way you said you was talking about how Trae Young won a playoff series before Luka too.
But you know what? The one thing about Trae Young, see, here's the thing. We don't like Trae Young because Trae Young, he just do some dumb shit, right? And I'm not a Hawks fan, but I go to the Hawks game enough. You got DeJounte Murray, and Trae Young still just don't move that ball like DeJounte Murray. And DeJounte Murray moves the ball, and he's a mid-range killer. However, you are not going to see nobody do what Trae Young did in recent history.
Tore his Achilles.
The whole city, right? That man went and shut down the whole city. That's some gangster shit. I'm telling you. Luka ain't going to do nothing like that.
Man, hey, bro. Man, hey, Trae Young in the East, man. All that shit sweet over there, man. You talking about he won a playoff series before Luka, man. The East is trash. That's why he won a playoff series over there first. Let's be real now. Hey, because he's the better player.
I'm glad you say that because I got Boston winning it all.
Hey, they got a shot for sure.
And you know why I say that? You know what I based it on?
I don't see it.
Because nobody's going to stop Jokic until he runs into somebody like a Porzingis. And people say Jokic is that guy, right? And I'm going to say this. When you're that size and height on an average nightly basis, nobody's your size. Nobody's your height. You could dominate. But I say every time he plays Embiid, watch Jokic. Embiid shut him down every time. Every time. And I'm saying,
man, hell no. Nah.
Every time.
Hell no. Nah.
Porzingis.
That ain't right. That ain't
I'm saying Porzingis, the one y'all lost because I'm gonna say Porzingis is the one y'all lost because what he said about Luka, he said,
Hey, Red, on that one, I'm fucking with you. I said too. And I think I said on the podcast, Embiid is better than Jokic.
Yes. And shut him down every time. Shut him down every time.
No.
Porzingis said,
I don't want to hurt. He's not hurt.
Listen,
the last time he played, Joker had a game.
Man, hey, I know this shit just happened 2 weeks ago. Motherfucking Jokic cooked Porzingis. Latvia and lasagna, my boy. He cooked his ass all night.
Every dog has a night, but you know what? Porzingis said, I don't want to play. I don't want to play with a guard that won't make an entry pass when I don't want to play with a guard that won't make an entry pass when there's a guard guarding me in the key. That make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that want to play with LeBron. Listen.
Hey, but shit, I watched Porzingis play for 2 to 3 years. I wouldn't give him that damn entry pass. He's soft. He's
He was
soft.
hurt. I thought he was
Ever
hurt.
since he tore his ACL, he don't want to put his foot in the ground.
I mean, hey, them injuries, Achilles heels.
He not soft. He's a modern day big man.
Yep.
You ain't got big man playing with their back to the basket no more.
Nope. Sure don't. The game has changed. I think one of the coaches said the game is positionless now.
That Joel Embiid talk. Where is Joel Embiid in the playoffs? Why does he fail to show up every time in the playoffs? We're talking about who's better than who.
I don't think
I take Joker Embiid over Embiid every day. Embiid doesn't show up in the playoffs.
I don't think Embiid disappears in the playoffs. You got to look at the guard play. When it comes to playoffs, his guard play is everything. And Tyrese Maxey, you see the level of ball he's playing this year. They had that Tyrese Maxey a year or two ago. 76ers get to the finals. It's all about guard play in the playoffs. All about guard play. So but
that's not true though. Nikola Jokic won a finals. He won a finals MVP, and the offense go through him in the post. He finding shooters and he getting the buck every time.
Do he bring the ball up the court? It's the guard.
Sometimes he do. Sometimes Jokic do bring that ball up the floor.
He passes it off and then they go through their set. You got Kentavious Pope. He's a hell of a guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got a hell of a team.
You had John,
they got a hell of a team all around.
They got Murray. He's a hell of a guard.
Hell of a team all around.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to repeat again. OKC
hell of a team all around.
The Clippers look like they're trying to make a little noise. And I would say in the West, I would say my sleeper team would be in the West, the Pelicans. The Pelicans is my sleeper team.
I like that.
Because I said the Pelicans, when they got CJ McCollum, they got Ingram, and Zion is healthy, and they got them two young boys, the Pelicans are a problem. And they got that one dude, he's a pest on defense. What's his name? The Mexican dude with the braids. Alvarado. He's a pet. He came to Atlanta, bro. My man came to Atlanta and shut it down in the ABL. He's the dog, certified. And the best player.
And they also got Jordan Hawkins off the bench too. Jordan Hawkins, one of them ones.
Yeah. So that's my sleeper team.
The Clippers will beat Denver.
And we haven't spoken. I'm kind of watching the game, but we haven't talked about this dude at all on the show, and I think he definitely needs a little bit of camera time on ITS Sports Podcast. But this Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he is all right. He can hoop. He flat out can hoop. He can hoop.
He's a problem. He's a problem for sure.
But he's a problem. Oh.
And
then he do that.
Hey, you know what he is?
Oh, geez.
He's a skinny Luka.
I can agree with that.
I like that. I like that.
I would take him over Luka. I'll take him over Luka. Straight up.
Because he's not that fast. But there's nothing you can do.
I'm not mad at that statement. I'm not. I won't even argue with you on that one.
Though he can't shoot
the three ball.
He can't shoot like Luka.
He can shoot it.
He can shoot it. Not like Luka.
He can shoot it.
He shoot it, but he can't shoot it like Luka.
Well, I don't think too many people in the league shoot like Luka. I got Luka as the best player in the league right now. Right now, today, Luka Doncic is the best player in the NBA.
Woo!
Slack,
it's a bold take, OG.
And Steph Curry hurt.
It's a bold take, OG.
I think that's tough.
I mean,
I think that's tough. I don't know.
And that's a Luka fan saying that's a hell of a statement.
I can't do that one, but that's
I can't agree with that one at all.
Hey, I'm not a Luka fan, but I watch basketball.
Let me ask Jigga, because Jigga wasn't on early.
I don't agree with it either.
Let me ask Jigga, because Jigga wasn't on early. Hey, Jigga, I said I was asked who I thought was the best in the league. I said Anthony Edwards. What say you?
I say Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What the fuck? You can't be serious.
Yeah.
If you listen, okay,
I'm very serious.
Let me ask you a question. If Giannis was 6'8", would you still make that? Would you still say he's the best player in the league?
No, I would not. But that's not the case.
Well, he's not 6'8". He's 6'11". Duncan.
No, I understand that. I understand that. But if you take away his size, and you put him at the average guard height, he has to have a bag. He got to be able to attack off the dribble. He got to have a shot.
I agree.
He can't just come down the court because hell, when he at the free throw line, his arm is at the rim. So if he wasn't 6'8", would you still?
OG, how we gonna take away his God-given abilities?
I'm just asking a question.
How we gonna take away what God gave him, OG? How we gonna do that?
Listen, somebody else said the same thing, and I said you're delusional. He's a skilled thinus.
I agree. I agree. If you take it, I agree. He does not have a bag, but what he does is undeniable. Defensively and offensively, he's a freak of nature. He can't be stopped on the offensive end, and on defensively, he's arguably up for Depoy every year.
Who's your number 2 player?
You can't say the same for Jokic defensively. Jokic number 2. Jokic number 2 for me.
I don't think Jokic has bad defense. I think his defense is decent.
Hold on, who number 1? Who number 1?
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent.
He said Giannis.
I got Giannis number 1.
You said Giannis was number 1?
And I'm not saying that just because. Yeah.
So who's your sleeper talent that nobody's paying attention to right now in the league?
I would say Donovan Mitchell.
No, he ain't no sleeper. Everybody know he can ball. I'm gonna say Mason. Matthew,
but ain't nobody really talking about him like that.
I'm gonna say Matthew out of Indiana.
You talking about okay? You saying
Hey,
real?
You know your sleeper is
who?
He's just now being recognized now. Ant-Man. Everybody wouldn't know Ant-Man. I think he just might have just got the nickname Ant-Man.
No. He been Ant-Man since he was a little kid.
I'm talking about far as in the NBA and the peers and all this.
NBA, yeah.
Everybody nobody talking about Anthony Edwards, man. And now he's a name.
Hey, for the longest, my sleeper player was Jalen Brunson.
You like
the
those,
best
Red?
scorer in the league today. Best player is Tatum.
I absolutely love him, and I got the Stormtrooper colorway.
What with them Anthony Edwards gym shoes?
Ooh, them shit's hard. Yeah. Them one of them ones right there.
And I didn't just get it because of the name, but the shoe actually is. I give it 5 stars: containment, lockdown, lateral movement, impact protection, cushion, everything, traction. 5-star shoe.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey. So you recommend me that shoe to hoop in, OG? I've been looking for another hoop shoe. Is that one of them ones right there?
It's one of them ones. I hoop 4 to 5 times a week. Okay. It's one of the ones in the KD 16s. But you got to understand, I'm 51 with meniscus issues and I'm bow-legged, so I have to have shoes that when I'm running, and plus I'm a little heavy, it's good for impact protection, and it works. That shit works for me. And I ain't bought an Adidas shoe in probably 4 years.
I might have to give it a try then.
You say you hoop 4 or 5 times a week?
4 or 5 times a day, 4 or 5 times out of 1 week. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Hey, we got a saying down here, man. As long as the light is on, keep going. Movement is medicine. As you get older, keep that body moving. I play with some OGs, man. It's like 45.
But love the game.
Still can hoop, man. You be thinking like they old and decrepit. No, they can ball, bro. These guys play.
But love the game.
Hey, Jigga, speaking of, man, I'm really upset that you not at the spot no more, man.
What you mean not at the spot?
The shoe spot.
Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah, I'm upset too. Shit, me too. But you know how life go, man. You know, life will do it to your ass, man. Yeah, but I wish I was there too.
Man.
I was spending too much money in that motherfucker. Actually, I'm not.
Hey, you got 2 pair, huh?
Yes, sir.
They was at Mr. Allen's.
You got 2 of the ants. Take them ants.
They was at Mr. Allen's.
Them the KDs right there, the KDC
yes, sir.
team. That boy showing off the KDs.
Y'all seen the Devin Booker?
You gotta change your tires when you hoop.
They like Air One.
You ain't wear the same shoe every day. Huh? Yes, sir. I got a cousin in Dallas, man. When I come to Dallas, I gotta hit y'all up. I got a cousin out there, man. Hey, Jig, I'm about to go to one of your shows, bro.
You gonna pull up?
I'll pull up anyway.
No doubt. You catch me
at You catch me at 24-hour fitness every day.
And Jigga
Ain't
got
like
a
fitness,
strap.
man. Ain't like fitness in Georgia. Listen, man. Now we finna get into Hooper talk. I coach a pro-am team down here, right? Me and Showtime League, right? These guys, they be going ham in LA Fitness. Now, we don't have 94-foot size courts, but a few around the city, right? Because LA Fitness dominates Atlanta. And they be like, I want to play your team, OG. I said, man, I don't care about nothing y'all do in LA Fitness. But when they get on that clock and whistle, these SoCal guys that be going ham and look like LeBron James, man, they tuck their tail every time they get out there with their real heat in that competition. All right. So it's the open league. It's like the guys in the summertime, everybody's home from the league, overseas, college. So that league is tough. So I'm like, all right, you like that? Show up. I put a jersey on. You put you out on the court. They don't know what the hell to do. They don't know their spots. They don't know how to pick and roll. They can't hit an open jumper. They can't play defense because they're out of shape. But in LA Fitness, they be looking decent. So I when it comes to LA Fitness runs, I just take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Playing with a lot of young guys with low IQ, I kind of lower my expectations. But it's only like in leagues, like in 50 and over leagues down here in Atlanta, like Ben Hill, like that's where you turn it on at. If a guy want to prove something to me, you prove it in the league under the clock and whistle. LA Fitness runs, depending on the crowd and who it is, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Not saying that your run is not like that or that you can't hoop Jigga, but I'm a basketball purist, bro. Honestly, I'm a basketball purist.
Nah, I tell you right now, motherfuckers be bullshitting that 24-hour fitness. It be some bullshit, but it's the only runs I got. You feel me, OG? So I got to get it in where I get it in.
Y'all gym open 24 hours in Dallas?
Nah, the one I go to, it ain't 24 hours. It's in Fort Worth.
When I first moved back to Atlanta in 2003, I packed my truck and I went to run and shoot. I got to run and shoot at 7:30 at night. I didn't leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's how I built all my periods in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's how we get it in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was basketball heaven, 12, 13, 14 courts. That's when and1 was still big, but I went down to make a name for myself, moving to a new city, wanted to make a name for myself. So all my periods I have in Georgia, I built it just playing around town, the best leagues and, you know, the certain hoop sessions. When they used to have an outdoor league down in Centennial Park, that's what you do. You know, much respect. I love hooping. So I try to do it as long as I can, man. Respecting any OG out there that's still hooping. Straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't saying I could play on your team, OG, but I'm telling you right now, if you came down here, we'd have a mean pick and roll game. I'll tell you that.
Nah, see here again, like we was talking earlier about Sabonis, how he don't shoot. I don't need everybody on the floor to handle the ball. I don't need everybody on the floor to be a bucket. If you can set up a screen and you can roll, that's good enough for me because you make the defense react. If you take an open shot and miss, I don't give a fuck. If you take a shot with defense on you, I got a problem. So it's playing the game the right way. I don't. It's just like with my girls.
Yeah.
About our coach. I tell my girls, coach is not worried about winning. At 8 years old, I'm worried about your development, your confidence, your mental landscape, and staying composed when your parents and everybody going crazy, and have fun and make plays and execute. And if you don't make the play, it's okay. Give me your best effort. And that's what I tell my guys. But I got a group of guys that's been together 2 or 3 years, young guys with motors that play well together, set screens, play defense. Last year, all the teams were stacked. My team, out of all the top teams, we went second round in the playoffs. And that league ain't no joke because sooner or later, I start to lose my pros and all my kids going back to college. So the guys I still had left, we still excelled. And, you know, it's just the fun of the game. I just like to compete, man. So I don't give a damn who we in front of. You don't have to be the most talented player to play for me. You just have to know and understand the game. Be a Draymond Green. You ain't got to look to score. You can set screens, play defense. That's good enough for me.
I might get Marcel down there, man, this year. So
bring him. Hey, you know, it's funny you say that because I'm going to get Miles down here. My nephew played with Missouri Western State. He coming to town. Zodie Jackson for West Georgia. When they come to town for the summertime, I keep roster spots open for them to come down there and get some work in with some real heat. So Marcel want to come down here. Shit, my door is always open. You know, I'll be moving, you know what I'm saying, moving to a new spot, you know what I'm saying, house. So doors always open. Do what they want to do. Just tell them to stay away from the strip club. Tell them don't go to Strokers.
man,
Why you tired? Why you so tired? Why you dragging around here? What you been doing?
Hey, you say Strokers?
Yeah.
Hey, Coach.
What happened to Magic City?
Magic City still open, bro.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
Magic City still open, man. Yeah. Magic City, Peaches, Pinup.
This contestant is better than Marcel wide open.
Damn. They some hoes. They some hoes. Hey, he heard that shit too now.
Oh man.
Hey, somebody else walking off.
I don't know, Jigga. It's not looking
Hey,
good
you
for y'all,
can't knock
bro.
down the open jumper, I guess.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
we
was
got a lot of
talking.
people leaving the game on some injured shit.
Might have been a couple years ago. I'm actually close friends with Voshan Leonard. And he said that a lot of these injuries are because the NBA doesn't practice anymore. You basically show up for a shoot around, you go home or go to the hotel and come back and play this game. And he said that's why a lot of people are getting injured in the NBA.
I can see that. I can see that. Ain't it the same with football too?
Bucky.
I don't think they practice it. Well, you know, they I think once the season starts, football stop practicing anyway. I don't think they might wear a helmet to practice every day. Like it ain't no.
Yeah, that's what's
So,
up, man.
that's why they say a lot of these people getting hurt. And then these low top jump shoes. Everybody got on low top jump shoes.
Yeah, you know why? You know what? I had to ask my young boys why that, because I think these KDs are low top. They say the reason why the low top shoe was good for basketball players, especially like NBA guys playing like 82 to 100 games a year. They say when you got a high top, the more that you keep running, it's steady going against your Achilles, and that eventually causes the tear over time. When you got a high top on, as far as with a low top, it kind of frees up the Achilles, just like with this KD right here. That's why they kind of make that lip like that to give the Achilles, you know what I'm saying, when you run, to give the Achilles a chance to kind of flex itself. Now, whether that science is true or not, I don't know. But that's what they say.
It sounds legit.
And
you never know what that curve is for on that shoe until you just said that.
That's what it's for. Yeah, it's for the Achilles. When you run it, it's to give it free restriction to move. So, because they say with the high tops, just like even with this Anthony Edwards, it's high, but that's a booty, right? It's not hard. Like right here, this is a booty, but it gives. So the shoe actually is right here and right there, right above the TPU unit. So
okay,
it gives. Damn, all that gives right there.
Oh, give me that.
Right above the what?
That's really why I was staying away from that Ant-Man, because I thought it was a hot top.
No, it's not a hot top at all. He did. Yeah, they did, Quinlan, but you gotta understand. They did, but you gotta, let's look at it like this. I knew that was coming. But before that happened, he was always wearing high tops throughout his career. Kobe used to wear those high Adidas. He was wearing those high Hirachis. Same thing with KD. They used to wear those high top shoes. First KD high tops, and then all his shoes went low. So I remember that. Because I think Kobe tore his Achilles in the Kobe 6s. I believe it was the 6 he was wearing when he tore his Achilles. So I don't know, man. It's true. Maybe not. I don't know, Coach. So Quinlan, you know what I'm saying? So, I got you. My man said, I ain't buying that shit. Fuck me.
And what's the name of that piece? You said the booty is right above the what part of the shoe?
TPU. So most shoes nowadays, in the middle of it, they come with a shank plate. So see like that little wishbone in there. Everybody know I'm a shoe geek. So I follow my shoes. Like most shoes come with a shank, but it don't. TPU
needed.
It's a hard like a plastic to kind of like get a shoe like stability or whatever. So it's like a little hard piece right there. And actually on the inside of the shoe, your foot goes in just the way it is. So when you put your shoe in, when you put your shoe in, your heel actually slides right back into this little unit right back here. So that's not closed off. The heel goes all the way, it curves in, it goes all the way up in just like that. So
beautiful defense.
Yeah,
push that thing.
It's a good damn shoe. I love the shoe, bro.
Hardy, bro. Oh, come on, man. Hey, OG, man, your boy Jaden Hardy getting a lot of run with no Luka, and he not. I mean, I told you I fuck with him, but he not one of them ones. OG,
you got to be patient. You gotta let him become one of them ones.
Yeah,
the more you
give
he been.
You can't wait till Luka not playing and expect him to just explode.
Yeah,
you got to put him in the game more often.
You have to. You got to let a horse run and let him get acclimated to the game.
But when it came to Jalen Brunson, he came in the league a dog. It didn't even matter how many minutes he was getting. Every time he stepped on the court, he made an impact, and that's why I fell in love with his game, because you could see it automatically. With Jaden Hardy, it's like he still got some growing to do.
Jalen Brunson had a different role than Jaden Hardy. He had more clock time than Jaden Hardy. I'm telling you, man, Jaden Hardy's gonna be all right. You just gotta let him be patient and let him develop. See, he just made a good pass to Tim Hardaway.
I like him, but I don't like him.
That's a good
There's
basketball
a
player.
reason why Jason Kidd has never sent that kid to the D League.
Exactly. That's a good point.
Yeah, I think so.
Because if that's the case, I look at Alex Okoro with Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Watching him come up through high school with Sharif Cooper, I thought he was a good player, but I didn't think he was a top draft pick. Just like Scotty Barnes. I used to watch Scotty Barnes come to Atlanta when he played on the EYBL with Florida Knight Riders. I didn't think he was all that. I still don't think he's all that. He was a top draft pick.
Damn, you still don't think he all that?
I don't.
And when you bring up Cleveland is showing a disservice to Imani Bates.
They are. And you know what? It's like I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Watching Imani come up through the ranks and what he went through at Memphis, and then he eventually went to, I think it was East something college.
Eastern Michigan.
East Michigan. I didn't think he was gonna get to the league because of that attitude, but when he got there, he made it count. He's a dog, no doubt. He made it count, but I think he does need to see that floor mark because remember, early in the season, he was in the G League and then he came back. Another kid that a lot of people, I think he got a small window is Brandon Bailey out of Atlanta. He used to play with AOT. Went to Kentucky and he was with the Clippers, but he ain't panning out. A lot of these guys don't pan out. And you know the crazy thing about it? I tell a lot of parents, if you have a kid that's talented and elite, keep them off of social media and keep them off of YouTube. They don't need 1 million views. They don't need video after video because guess what? One of the top kids used to be one of the hottest prospects. Nobody even talks about him. And you know who that is? Mikey Williams. Let the kid develop. Let the kid enjoy the game. Stay under the radar until you get to the league and then you turn it on. Everybody talk about LeBron James' sons ain't good. LeBron James' sons ain't that. I guarantee you when Bronny gets to the league, he's going to hit another gear. The kid's just pacing himself. Just like when Jaylen Brown, everybody said, why you go to Cal instead of just going to the top school? You know why? Because Jaylen Brown was smart. He went to a school that has never been pressured to win, not known to win. He did 1 year and went to the league. That was a smart move. So I think a lot of times, man, people, they see the early result from a kid and be like, oh, he going to be all this, he going to be all that. If I had a nickel for every kid I seen on the EYBL circuit, on the Adidas circuit, on the Under Armour circuit, and when OTR was around Atlanta, that I thought was going to really do something and they ain't done nothing, I'd be a rich man. So I think that when you look at the underdog is it. Because nobody knew nothing about Damian Lillard. Nobody had a Weber State. Nobody really saw Russell Westbrook coming in when he was at UCLA because he was wild. He got to the league and did his thing. When you look at a lot of these top athletes like Donovan Mitchell, nobody was talking about him when he was at Louisville. But when they get to the league, man, they excel. Gilchrist Alexander, who the hell was talking about this kid before he's doing stuff now? And we saying the same thing about Jaden Hardy. Give him time, let him develop, and you will see that if a player knows a coach has confidence in him and he does not have a short leash, he could do wonders.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Jaden Hardy is starting the fourth quarter, so I think he's going to get a lot of run in this fourth quarter and really try and close this game out. So we're going to see some.
I like that. I like that he's getting that clock.
Speaking of it, I don't know if y'all TV behind, but he just made a baseline jump.
You think Mike Williams going to be a good player?
I don't know, man. He burnt out so fast, man. And
you think Mike Williams going to be a pro?
I don't know, man. You got to understand, man. Being a pro ain't always about the physical talent. Being a pro is a culture and a lifestyle. TV interviews, travel, dealing with family, women, respecting the game, getting in the gym, separating yourself from the hood and your homeboys and being the best of your career. So when it comes to being a pro is more so off the court than what you are on the court. A pro is a professional, just like corporate America, you're a professional. That's why they're held to certain, contracts. They got what they call culture and morality clause they got to be held to. So even when you ain't playing the game, even in the confines of your own home, you got to hold yourself at a standard because if you touch your spouse, that could be an issue and get your ass weighed. So whether or not I think he's a pro has nothing to do with his physical talent, but whether he'll make the right decision is questionable when it comes to Mikey Williams. Wow.
Man, it's a layup line over here in Dallas. It's been a layup line all season long.
Good pass.
One
thing I'm liking about Dallas right now, the ball ain't stopping. It's moving.
Yeah, that's
Jaden
a
just went.
Hey,
shot at Luka.
so
Shut up.
OG, answer this: would you
That's a
take
shot.
Davion
That's a
Mitchell
shot at Luka.
or Jaden Hardy?
What you
That's a
say?
shot.
He says a shot at Luka.
Definitely.
Like you would be a good attorney, dog. Your Honor, I object. What you say, Jiggle? I'm sorry.
Hey, where the name
Nah,
Jigga
I
come from?
said, would you take Davion Mitchell or Jaden Hardy?
Jaden Harden. I know Davion is with Sacramento, but Davion is struggles with a shot. And it's funny because when he played at Baylor and with the Georgia Stars, he was that dude. Like if you go to YouTube, there is a highly viewed game between him and Colin Sexton on the EYBL in the Peace Jam, where Colin was with Southern Stampede with the Georgia Stars, and they went at it. So looking at him coming through the EYBL, I wouldn't have never thought he would have went through the stuff that he went through at Auburn. Because Bruce Pearl, if anybody follows Auburn, Bruce Pearl recruits in the state of Georgia. He don't go outside of Atlanta. He recruits in the state of Georgia. So he ended up transferring to Baylor. So I don't know what happened down there. But the one thing about him is he's always been a great defender. But if he can he'll be straight. Because I'm surprised Sacramento ain't dealt him off yet, to be honest with you. Damn, that's a good block. Hey, Jigga, y'all losing, homie.
Over the bat, what are you doing?
Yeah, we fighting right.
Hey, Jigga, hey, Slack ask your nickname come.
What's up? Shit, lagging.
Where did your nickname come from?
My nickname. So I really just made a PlayStation username. I was really just making some shit up on the PlayStation, and then it just stuck. Everybody kept on calling me that shit, so I was like, all right, it is what it is.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Y'all boy just
we
scored a
right
bucket
here
too.
in this game. No Luka.
He going to work right now. But I'm saying
right
my
here in
man
this.
to work. Hard
We
to
ain't
work though.
I already know what he can do. That's what I'm saying. People don't really know. You got hoopers and you got narratives. Look at that. Look at that shit, bro. God damn. See, I'm telling you, you see it right now. We're telling you what the kid can do. Hold on a second.
Yeah, nice. He's nice.
Man, Quinlan know his basketball.
He definitely nice, but I watched Jalen Brunson play here for about 3 years. He not there.
My man Quinlan Germany, man, he know his basketball, bro. You don't never bring him on the show?
Yeah, Quentin been on the show. Actually, a couple times. I'm not mistaken.
No, this shit lagging.
Coach Jeremy, I think that's what we called him.
Jaden Hardy got the ball, attacking the basket. Come on, man. Come on, Jigga. Look at him. Come on, bro. Let a dog loose.
I fuck with him.
Let a dog run, bro. If he now just think if he get those kind of reps and run every night, what he could become. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm glad we witnessed it because I'm talking about the hooper from the narrative. I like hoopers, dog. I want to see motherfuckers go out there and ball, man. I don't want to see, TV ratings, give the ball to such and such. That's what they came to see. And it's true. Because I ain't gonna lie. When the Heat used to come to town, and I'm gonna tell you the unique thing about Atlanta that a lot of people don't know. Atlanta's a transplant city. Ain't nobody, you're gonna hardly not be anybody that's originally from Atlanta. But when you go to an Atlanta game, basketball-wise, they would never have an arena full of Hawks fans. Because when New York come to town, you're going to see New Yorkers. Miami come to town, you're going to see Miami. You know what I'm saying? Boston. That's a lot of Boston people here. When they come to town, it's just stupid. Game be sold out. So at the end of the day, man, I just like baskall. I like when teams like Orlando come to town because they don't have a superstar narrative. So that's why the games be so competitive because they're playing to earn something. Ponchero is actually living up to the hype, even though DeJounte Murray owned him from summer leagues to the league. He still own that kid, but he's gonna get better. I like Ponchero, and I'll say this too: Duke produced the worst pros in all of college. Duke produces the worst pros, just like Alabama rolled Tide football. They produce the worst pros. None of those guys that come out of them schools are ever. They don't have good pro careers outside of Grant, Kyrie. As far as Duke, trash. Jason and Jason Tatum. The rest of them burnouts. North Carolina got championship DNA coming out of North Carolina. They get to the league and win championships. Kentucky, my squad, Sacktown. We got 3 or 4 guys from Kentucky seeing good talent to the league. So I just wanted to put that out there for all y'all Duke fans. Trash.
I was a Duke fan, and I'll just say, first of all, you forgot about Zion Williamson. I wouldn't say he's trash. But you're right. Duke does not produce really good pros, but I like those guys when they was in college. I don't care about when they went to the pros.
I did, Quinlan.
I got Zion. I agree.
But if you look at the legacy of a lot of those guys, they just don't have good careers, man. Since you let me ask Coach Quinlan this, because he said something about baseball, right? Did the New York Yankees throw the World Series in 2001 against the Arizona Diamondbacks? Yes or no?
Did they? What you mean? You said did they throw it?
Did they throw that series in 2001 against the Arizona Diamondbacks? Because I can recall that series because I'm a Yankees fan. But here again we go with sports. I
was living in Indiana.
Ooh, that boy dog. PJ.
Are they playing a game?
He might be.
I never understood how.
Hey, Hardy going to work, y'all. Hardy going to work, man. While y'all playing, this is my first time really watching the kid. He going to work right now. Though.
I already know what he can do. Delton. Slack already knew what he could do. If you knew this kid, you already knew. It's no surprise to us. Okay, hold on.
Going to work.
Will James.
Oh, they're ahead of us right now.
Ainer was trash. Jay Will, he had the motorcycle accident. JJ Redick, he couldn't hit a shot in the NBA for until his 4th or 5th year in the league. He could not find that shot. That's what I can recall. Let's see. No championship.
Oh my God. That's Jalen Williams, right? Boy.
Jason Williams. Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling. That's too high in arms. No. Okay, when I'm asking you a baseball question. Quinlan, I'm asking you. Did the New York Yankees purposely throw the 2001 World Series against the Arizona Diamondbacks? That's what I'm asking you. Yes or no? And tell me why. Then I'm going to give you my take on it.
Knocked down.
Shit for 3.
Jigga, you must be ahead of us, man.
I don't remember the series well enough to know
I thought y'all was ahead of me.
Now I'm on the East, man. I'm in Georgia, man. So you might be getting it. You right there in Dallas. So because every time you have a ooh-ah moment, I'm seeing it. Bro, Jaden Harden going to work, bro.
It's just a stream thing. Because I'm on
TC. I just said this earlier on the show. I wish Jason Kidd would let him run, let him loose. They probably couldn't hit those pitches. That's the take. All right, so I'm gonna give you my take on it. Here's why the New York Yankees threw that World Series in 2001. If the New York Yankees, let's go back because they had 2 outs. Manny Rivera was the closing pitcher. We all know his legacy. He's the closer. All they had to do was get 1 out to end the World Series, right, and win it. He gets a slow hopper hit back to him. It was 2 outs. He turns around and throws it in the outfield. A relief pitcher who's a closer. A pitcher is the one who controls the location. He turned around and threw it to the outfield. Now, if the New York Yankees win that World Series, where do they have the parade at? They gonna march over dead people that's been unrecovered from 9/11? They had to throw that World Series. And what happened after that? They won the World Series the following years. That's why they threw it in 2001. Nowhere to celebrate. You got people under the buildings. You got people under the streets. They're still recovering bodies. That's why they threw it in 2000. 9/11. They had to. This is why I'm telling you, sports is deep, man. It's not as natural. It's not as regular as we think it is. I got a whole bunch of, you know how I talk about legacies? Let's go there. I'm going to say this. There go Duke. There go Speedy. What's up, Carl? What up, big bro? All right, listen. Let me run down these narratives. I told y'all that sports is a narrative, and I told y'all about the legacies. So I'm finna run them down to you. Let's go to Seattle versus New England in the Super Bowl. That was the year Richard Sherman, Sherman Richardson, Beast Mode was talking about. They handled the media like geniuses, intelligent. That was the year Sherman Richardson got into it with Skip Bayless and owned him on national television. And when Beast Mode was talking about, I'm just here so I won't get fined. At the same time, they had a stellar season. Beast Mode was banging it. So in the last drive of the Super Bowl, because I'm going to tell you how on code white men really are and how they control these legacies. When they got to the 1-2 yard line to win the game, Beast Mode had carried the ball damn near every possession on that last drive. They come in and make the call to throw the ball. Beast Mode said on Shannon Sharp show, I laughed. Why not give Beast Mode the ball to walk it into the end zone? Because Pete Carroll was not going to be responsible for making arrogant, uppity-ass niggas championship in front of America where they would look like heroes to young white children. The same year Cam Newton was going around talking he was Superman, giving white kids balls and stuff like that. And they shitted on this man, said everything about Cam Newton the year he had won the MVP, but did not win the Super Bowl. But listen, I'll take you to another one. Let's go to the 2001 Super Bowl, Rams versus New England. That year, Marshall Faulk was the MVP of the season. I think he was MVP. He had the leading rushing yards in the league. He had a stellar league, right? I mean, a stellar season that year, right? Mike Martz, punk ass, was the coach. When they got to the Super Bowl, it went from Marshall Faulk to Kurt Warner throwing that fucking football and lost the damn Super Bowl because he wanted to make Kurt Warner the hero. Let's go to the 1985 Chicago Bears versus New England Patriots. Mike Dick, a punk ass. Listen, we all know America loves the silly. We all know America loves the silly Negro, right? You get on the 1 yard line and you give the ball to William Fridge Perry, a big gullible teddy bear that all of America love. You couldn't get Walter Payton that ball to seal his legacy and get a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He knew what the hell he was doing. So it's the same thing. It's all narrative. It's all control. And when I say this, people be like, Cap, y'all got to think deeper and go beyond this shit, man. And that's what I be trying to get people to understand. Narrative from the real deal trade of real true sports and basketball. And there's more, but I'm gonna stop right there because people seem not to understand. There's a lot of black greatness hidden in history that we'll never know anything about. A lot of boxers, a lot of pitchers, people never talk about. I got Charleston Oscar autobiography sitting right over there on the stand, and what he did when the Negro Leagues going before the black ball players started going to pro. He was the first pro before Jackie Robinson, but because he was a rebellious Negro, nobody knew anything about him. So it's all history. It's all legacy controlling, man. And I need people to understand that shit, that when it comes to sports and making black men the primary superhero to white children and influences in household, they're not going to do it. And they're all on code. And you ain't got to believe me if you want to, but history going to tell the story itself.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that one. Because even if he was hurt, he was good enough to run that in from the 3 yard line. So, I mean, I'm not going to make that rationale because when you look at
it, he said he was hurt because he didn't run. No, he said he was hurt for not scoring the Super Bowl. He said he was hurt, like injured. He was hurt.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, I read it wrong. Yeah. So I got it don't stop there, bro. So I'm just saying, man, you got a lot of. Listen, when's the last time you heard? How often do they praise Dusty Baker for the stuff that he's done in the MLB? Dusty Baker has went to every single franchise and became a winner. You don't hear about him. You hear about Tommy Lasorda. You hear about Whitey Herzog. This man getting the game before we get in it. Yeah, my bad, Speedy. I didn't understand the comment at first.
He watching the game. He lost the game. Kyrie Irving going off too. He had a little spurt. I don't think they're gonna pull it out though.
You don't think
it's
that's
okay?
Going in?
That good though. It's okay.
I say okay. So look, like, hold on. Look at that advertisement on TV. Y'all see how they building those games? Y'all see that? They got Golden State up there. They got Miami. Y'all see that? Y'all saw that?
Yeah.
Why do they keep showing Jimmy Butler with that perm? Why?
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing.
But they do it. They do it for a reason. It's a reason behind it. That's why I hate he did that shit. When they show Mike Tomlin, the coach for the Steelers, they always show him bucking his eyes. I need y'all to pay close attention to this shit out here, man. I'm telling you, this shit real.
Yeah, I don't know what that perm picture
Hey, and
That's
speaking on
crazy.
that,
That's crazy.
speaking on that, you was right. OG, they had showed a commercial this earlier. It was a Jason Tatum commercial. They show his mom in that motherfucker. Ain't show his dad. You
They
talking
never
about some
will.
shit, OG?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do you another one. The year that you right, Quentin. The year that Miami won the NBA Finals in 2006, when Shaq went to Miami and he guaranteed the championship, and he put and he
Rick,
followed through. No, I'm gonna say
Rick.
they did that year. They had a Father's Day game on Father's Day. Miami Heat was playing somebody. I couldn't remember who it was. It was a Father's Day special, and it was supposed to be about D Wade at halftime. On Father's Day, you know what they did at halftime? They did a special on his mother on Father's Day, and nobody caught it. Nobody caught it. Nobody caught it. Yep. A lot of black athletes have healthy relationship with their fathers, but you would never know it because they're going to always show the mama. I told y'all, the single mom that loved Jesus is the narrative because they don't want no other male influence over the child but that coach. That's why they like children whose dad ain't around. What's going on here?
I'm about to leave my wife.
What?
So my son can make it. I'm about to leave my wife. My sons can make it.
Oh.
I'm about to be a part of the narrative.
Oh.
You know what? Now, if you're a Christian minister, if you're homosexual, you ain't got no problem. He'll make it.
Oh, okay.
And that's not a knock against pastors because, man, I come from a family, but I'm telling you, this is how they play the game. I'm telling you. My son told me when he got to college, said, Dad, you was right. They always asking me questions about, is your name really Jihad? And they asking me about what's my political background. And my son looking at him like, why is you asking me things about my dad? And I'm up here trying to watch film and get the game plan. My son, like, he didn't believe me. He's like, Dad, you was right. I said, dog, if you don't go pro, it ain't because you ain't good. It's because of me. They don't want to have another Colin Kaepernick come to the league. They don't need no more Craig Hodges. They don't need no more LeBrons. They're encouraging the whole team to put on hoodies. You know, Black Lives Matter. You know, got the WNBA. They don't need that. They want these niggas to shut up and dribble, bro. They don't want that no more. So, yeah. Let me stop, man, because I'll be getting passionate about this stuff, and we talking about Luka punk ass.
Hey, I appreciate the knowledge, though, OG.
Hey, no, you good. I told you we talk about whatever. But Luka was just one of the things I wanted to hear. You got me. I got you. I got where you coming from with Luka. You ain't say he was trash. You don't think he trash. You just
No, I don't think he's trash. No, I would never say that. I mean, I be saying it sometimes just to trigger people, but I don't really believe that. I'm telling you, man, I be at the gym, man. Them young boys be surrounded like, OG, man, like you tripping, OG. Like they be surrounding me, like they gonna jump me. I'm like, y'all gonna beat me up? Like that is bullshit.
They mad at you about that. That's how I feel about it. Kind of how you
PJ
feel about
Washington
him.
can't knock down open jumpers.
Here goes Speed. Luka's a bad man. He good. Man, I still can't believe Mama Kayla, man. Kayla is in college, man. Oh my God. I'm having a moment, man. That's my niecey.
Kayla about to be out of school in a minute.
I know that's crazy, ain't it? Damn, I can't believe it, man. Like, I almost cried one day. I seen Michaela, man, up at the league one day. Speedy was officiating, man. I got emotional as hell, bro. It's just time just flying, man, with these kids, man. I can't believe it. Damn. I got to pack an extra gun now, man, in case these niggas get wrong. They can't stop that dude. I see what you're saying, man. Somebody said he ain't that fast. I don't know if Slack said that, but I see what he's saying. Where Slack go?
I don't know what happened to him, dog. I don't know what happened.
Slack fell asleep.
He might
graduated in December.
I hear him say he's getting off. I don't know.
Golly, man. Kayla graduated in December. It's good. Hey, man.
It was soon because her and Marcel graduated high school together.
Hey, man. Hey, since we got Speedy on here, man, you know I got some creative wall DO. I got some stories, man, but I ain't gonna go there, man. I got some funny ass stories, man.
Look at that trash ass stat line.
Hey, Speedy wasn't a part of Creative Wall, man. He was DO. He was DO.
That motherfucker Tony and D got it. I'm the truth. You remember that when he got mad? We had lost to we was about to play double platinum, what it was. And Pete said something to True to my, I'm the
People
truth.
was
You
actually
remember that?
watching that, you know what I'm saying? They would say, okay,
Yeah.
PJ can't. He
I ain't
bullshit.
heard from him in a minute. I wonder what he up to.
6 points.
Still talking about
PJ
why
Washington on that bullshit.
still talking about why he had to bat in front of Mig when he first came to the team and how he could out hit Trey. That man still be talking about that to this day. You know you do, Tony. Man, I was gonna tell Pete not to put you in the lineup because Little Red, he's a swinger. He got Little Red, not a hitter. He's a swinger. That's why Truth needs to be.
He is tough though. He is tough as hell.
Charlie needs to be in the 2 hole, and Mayer needs to be number 4.
Get that.
His Truth is the greatest.
Huh?
You know I could pitch that knuckleball. You know, motherfucker out there like, hey man, you need a face mask, not a hard hat, fool.
Trade stuff.
Right.
I wear this because Truth go to work. You know, I go to work on that now. Dirty Red, Little bro. I'm gonna show you how to shoot.
Shake, bro. Ain't nobody guarding his ass, bro.
Hey man, I really got a story to talk about when we played in the Queen City Classic. That night we all came back. I don't know. We went to the Waffle House, but we back at the hotel, man. And I don't know what that was in the hotel, but Truth was on it. And we like, bruh, we think that's a man. No, it's not. That ain't no man, Little Red, like Truth. That's a man or a trainer. That's why Pete gave me that trophy at the end of the tournament, MVP with the man. Say, I'm gonna get it to Tony. Let me stop, man. Tony probably gonna watch this shit. Little Red, I seen you talking about me.
Oh yeah.
36 miles from Atlanta, Georgia. Wow, that's a good shot.
How about TV buffer, man? That's crazy.
Who you got service with?
PJ Washington, he's selling our shit.
Hey, man.
Rick, he do sound just like him, man. That's so crazy.
I be talking about him all the time, man.
Spectrum.
I played a prank on him one day, man. You know I be doing them phone pranks, right? I
called him. The left hand.
I was acting like I was the detective, and I was coming to pick him up for a murder question. And I swear, in the background, it sounded like he was knocking shit over trying to flee, man. It was funny as hell. I'm like, damn, man, you killed somebody for real? That's
I don't know how he did that.
I said, is this Tony Blackburn? No, this is his
falling.
Then all of a sudden, he was like, I wasn't there no murder. I said, well, I thought they was his uncle. We're on our way. The unit over there. Man, I heard that nigga Tony knocking all kind of shit over trying to get out that house.
Hey, y'all look at that Kyrie Irving finish, man.
Which one? I might have missed it.
You gonna see it?
Can't close out. They got to play defense.
I got the score. I got is 120 to 110. I'm gonna see it.
I got 120.
Yeah, you gonna see it. You gonna see it.
Oh,
that's an ugly ass shot.
Ooh.
They just got to play defense. They can't. That's Kyrie. Look at Kyrie. Look at that bag. Come on, man. Come on. Oh my God. You telling me Luka can do that, Jigga?
Nah, hell no, he can't do that.
nah, he can't. I mean,
it's only one man that's doing that though.
Oh, there it is.
Kyrie might bring this whole home. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, do you see?
I'm just gonna say that.
Turn them up.
Do you see how dangerous Kyrie and Jaden Harden can be out there on the floor together?
Don't do that. I don't even like that.
Hey, they balling, man. That's the fastest pace I've seen the Dallas Mavericks play in a minute.
They is balling.
That ball ain't stopping and just going to one player, bro. They balling. They
balling.
Tim Hardaway out there. Who got the ball? Who is that? Who is that? Kyrie got the ball. ISO. Look at that. That's an ISO. You see that? Chet playing off. Damn, Kyrie. That's a foul. I was going to say that's a foul.
Oh!
Man, that dude look like, hey, man, I don't know what dude name, man, but don't he look like Cat Dog.
Oh, you talking about that left hand layup? I mean, the left hand?
Number 8, Williams. Williams with OKC. He looked like Cat Dog.
Oh, yeah.
I know y'all got kids. I know y'all seen that cartoon.
Yeah, he got a he having a good season.
Jalen Williams been playing out his mind.
Yeah, I got him on my fantasy.
He getting to that spot every time.
He on Kyrie.
He's into that same right.
What's Kyrie talking about?
And PJ.
Hold him in the tank.
They always think they can talk to fans.
Nah, they took it, PJ. Here come. He got some nice shoes on though.
Hold on. Put the camera back on Kyrie. Them fans think they can just talk to them any old kind of way.
Oh, he might be ahead of me. I don't see that.
Yeah, it's a fan. They talking shit to him, and so he talking to some fans right behind him. Give him the ball. Get out the way. Back. He fouled him. What happened?
I'm freezing up.
I don't know, man.
Come on, Kai.
Hey, Kyrie, look, now they put it back on the fans that over talking shit to him. I think Kyrie, I think they want this, man. Kyrie got that look.
The Texas boy.
I think he'll win this game.
And see, man, that's what I was saying earlier in the show, man. It's these fans, man. That's a foul.
Hey,
These fans look at it. They look at these black athletes a certain way and think they can talk to them crazy like that. That's why I told you, man. The reason why a lot of our people don't like LeBron James is a different reason why they don't like LeBron James. It's totally two different reasons. That's clearly a foul.
Hey, Speedy, he may have the best handles in the NBA ever, though.
That's back, PJ.
Yeah. I say Kyrie's the best ball handler I've ever seen. Besides, what's his name? Rod Strickland. Ain't that like his godfather? Ain't Rod Strickland like Kyrie's godfather?
I think it's Godfather, something like that. Yeah,
that's his uncle.
Yeah,
that's us.
Yeah.
That's us.
Kyrie is different.
They just got to get a stop, man.
Ever in the league. He got that.
You said what?
And one.
Maxie, get ready to shoot. Okay, then. How old do you want to say? Kyrie? Dying.
One more.
Hey,
one more. He off.
Marcel, did you see where Coach Germany told Jigga to pull up to the runs tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
What time?
At 1.
Hey, Delton, I'll be real with you right now. I'll pull up, but I ain't a dog like that now. I'm still skinny.
Nah,
I'm a hoop though. I'm still skinny now.
What skinny got to do with being able to hoop?
It ain't no real run like that.
Hey, shit, ain't got nothing to do with it. Just know I'm gonna be fouling.
Huh? You say
you
skinny? What skinny got to do with you being able to hoop?
What's it gonna be like?
It's gonna be
Compy?
Like,
he gonna be a big boy.
Shit.
He probably will. It's gonna be a cold football player then.
Now I pull up regardless.
Yeah, we're gonna be at Wyatt at 1.
Hit that hoe.
Yeah,
Skinny,
you right. The game over.
That's too late. That's a little too late though.
I can't.
Yes,
I can't.
One stop.
Hey, where is that? Where it's gonna be at?
At Wyatt.
Oh, I bet.
Why did he take Hardy out the game?
And my man, cuz he was getting too many buckets. It wasn't fair and well for him. Too many buckets. He's gonna want more playing time.
Hey!
God.
He's gonna more.
Dagger dunk.
Brought him back. He's gonna want more playing time. He ain't got it for us. So sit down.
That's Kyrie. 11. Dagger dunk. Pow!
I want to know what this
Hey, why they doing on shit like that?
How much time left?
1 minute and 18 seconds. 114 and 124. I want to know.
Hey, we lost, man.
I want to know what they said to Kyrie, man. That's what I want to know. He just drained one. They still in it, man. They still alive. They got to get it stopped, man. They got to stop them.
Nah, hell nah. We not in it no more. We ain't get that stop. We didn't get it. We ain't get it. Yeah, nah, we done, fool. We done. Jalen Williams went up and dunked that hoe. PJ Washington made a business decision.
So, oh shit.
Hey, what up, Aristotle? You all right?
That's the nail in the coffin. I want to know what those fans said to Kyrie on the sideline. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's game. They said some disrespectful shit. I'll tell you that.
They had to. You see how they showing him roaring like he an animal? Didn't I say that earlier in the show? Didn't I say that?
Yep.
Yeah.
You did say it. Hey, you said a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get some clips. I get some clips of some of the stuff there.
Brunson goes for 40. Jigga. Brunson went for 40. He couldn't do that when he played with Luka. He couldn't do that when he played with Luka.
Nah, that's a lie. He went for 40 in the playoffs against Utah. Don't do that. Don't do that, OG. He went for 40 in the playoffs.
Wasn't Luka hurt?
Nah. I think Luka was in there. I think he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt. That's the reason why.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Like a good neighbor.
Okay, getting the bug.
Get that hell.
Oh, why you hit him in the back?
That was a foul.
They caught tech.
Damn, man. Game over, dog. I really had high hopes for this one.
You thought y'all was gonna win it?
You go Ramadan.
She had like 35.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers too.
PJ Washington, bitch ass. That's why we lost.
What'd he do?
All right, fellas. I appreciate y'all getting on, man. We got to do it again. Maybe hopefully Sacramento play Dallas in the playoffs. We can definitely get y'all.
Oh yeah.
On.
Yeah. I need that.
Shit.
I need that.
I have to put on my swing.
I want to go again. Say again.
Hey yo, I tried to share this show while we live. I didn't see the icon, man. So make sure you make it shareable, man. I'm gonna share it when we get done. Push them.
I definitely will. But all right.
Hey,
but
next
I appreciate
time I
y'all.
come on, I need to pull up over there.
Indeed. You can, man. I can set it up. We can get on together some kind of way, no doubt. But again, appreciate it, man. And matter of fact, I'll say this: Red got his own podcast, Humanity Works, right? That's right.
Humanity Works podcast.
Where you stream at? Facebook, YouTube.
Damn, that big ass bison.
Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Podcast Addict.
Now we back in the 8th spot, man. Fuck, man.
Y'all still do y'all thing?
Fuck, man.
Jigga, y'all still do y'all thing?
Say it one more time.
Y'all still do y'all little podcast thing?
Oh yeah.
I don't mean to say little.
Yeah. We still be on there every now and then.
On YouTube, right?
Yeah. We still be on there.
What's the name of it?
Yeah. Hey, tomorrow though, I'll pull up the hoop. Lab Tings. LABTINGS. Lab Tings.
Y'all on YouTube?
Yeah, but hey, shit, I'll pull up to the hoop sets tomorrow if you'll have me.
No doubt, man. You can come out there. Coach Germany invited you.
Oh.
You can take my spot. You can play all the games I was supposed to play. Because I ain't got to play.
I want to know what those fans said to Kyrie.
All right, sound good.
But all right, I appreciate y'all again, man. We'll holler.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yep.
All righty.
Who's that? Hey, Speedy, if you still on, it's called Humanity Works Podcast. It's Humanity HUEMANITY Works WORKS Podcast. Humanity Works. It's on his page. If you go to his page on Facebook, he'll be on there for the most part. But it's Humanity Works Podcast. Thanks to everybody for joining the iTest Sports Podcast. We out.